for you. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? Hi, me again.
Hello, it's Ray.
My dad's my uncle.
Exactly, Shira.
I gave my cats away for you. Like these people who have, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Rage, more rage.
He's not a marriage scammer. Beauty bite.
I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up.
That hot dog is juicy.
Dad, if you're watching this, Sue Slimer.
Giddy up! Detain me, bitch. Every time I do a weigh-in, the scale's broken. You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. He's my brother. He's my brother. You know? Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Can you guys believe it's already Thursday? Where has the week went? So sorry I was a little late this morning. Had some things to take care of. Hello, Emotional Sport Muffin, Dilly, Yulia, Beck, Art, Our Foodie Beauty, Just Jamie, Tarted Fuck, Hey Girl, Hey, Beck, I Don't Care, I Love It, Missing Mimics, Stacy's a Witch, good to see you, Tina B, Kiva, hello, Camels Again, Chantel, One Ton Woman, Tweet T, Sassy Mama, Megan, Marsha, Dilly, Ruby, Glass Diamond, C'est La Vie, hello, Remy, Shelby, Mrs. A Fluffy Bottom, Jenna Taylor, hello, Sushi, Butter Crumpet, good to see you, Guilty Pleasure, Luna's Mom, Havza, let's see who else, Star Wilson, Little Birdie, Maggie Flowers, and is it Nelf? Nelf, welcome. Unicorn Farts, good to see you. Plantain Sweetie, hey babe, good to see you. Gut morning to you. Clippy, hello. Beck, Siri, Priscilla, House of Power Music. Not you, Siri, go away. Thank you so much. We got a lot to go over. We got a lot to cover this morning. Yesterday was interesting. She was live yesterday on YouTube. She did a mukbang, I believe, a Burger King mukbang, and then she didn't go live again. The Kick situation with Foodie is quite confusing because, again, she was not online on Kick very long yesterday, maybe a couple of hours. And if you paid attention at the very end, she definitely rage quit without raging. She wanted to rage so bad, but she held back. Okay, so the first stream she did on Kick was 43 minutes, and the second stream she did on Kick was 43 minutes. So less than 2 hours. She was live yesterday on her main moneymaker, the Kick platform. So she was talking about this person, which it's so bizarre to hear Foodie sit there and complain about somebody e-begging on the internet when we have watched all of this shit play out in the last, I don't know how many years she's been pulling this shit. The only reason that Chantel was able to even obtain the apartment that she's living in present day, the emojis still aren't working? No way. Holy crap. I'm not sure what's going on with the emojis. I'll have to look into it. I know we had some problems. I think it was yesterday, but I figured it was on YouTube's end. I haven't changed any settings, but I'll definitely look into it. They were going in and out on her. They were going in on her. It was great. Yeah, I know. She wouldn't be in the apartment that she was in present day if it wasn't for her e-begging that she did on YouTube before she left Syria. I mean, we could go back to several different occasions that yours don't work either. Holy crap, we got a few people that work. We got a few people that don't. And I still see you have the member emoji next to your name, Just Jamie. So I'm not sure. I don't care. I love it. Says I've reloaded like 4 times. What the crap is going on YouTube? Has anybody noticed any kind of issues like this in anybody else's chat? Hey, Sarah Jane, good to see you. You have 31 Yava emojis. It's got to be on YouTube's end. Hopefully they get it fixed soon. I will check the settings later this afternoon. Hey, Foxy, good to see you. I'm glad the emojis don't work for y'all. Welcome to the life of... You're funny. Spiteful says, my emojis are working. That's interesting. No updated needed either. They work for you, Tina B. That's so bizarre. Fatma says day 3 and no emojis. I'm so sorry that your guys' emojis aren't working. I have no idea what is going on. Your YouTube has been freezing all morning. Fatma, hopefully we'll get it fixed for you soon, girl. Be patient and hang in there. And thank you so much for the support. Hello, Pink Warrior. Good to see you. That's poor understood. Hey, Ode. Hello. Belladonna. Good to see you. Let me see here. Your expertise coverage yesterday didn't go unnoticed. Thank you for that, girl. I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for the support. And today we're going to kind of follow up with what we were talking about yesterday. But instead of talking about what the scamming Chantel has done in the past, I went through this morning. I was going through Barbecue Chillin's archived log of Chantel's fuckery that she's done on her channel, put together a small little playlist. We're going to cover that. First, we're going to watch the Rage Not Rage quit that she did yesterday, and then we're going to bump over into the what happened with the Sasa situation in case you guys have forgotten, because again, everything in this community, it goes so fast, and sometimes we need a refresher, and we definitely need a refresher now, since obviously they're going to pull the same shit as they did before, and we cannot let that happen. Holly B, hello. I experienced buffering and other issues with just your streams this past week. I don't know why, but I just do replay gang. Today seems to be better. Are they bullying me to death on YouTube? I think so. Singling me out and bullying me off the platform. They hear me talking about how I'm going to go over and just hang out on Kick, and they're like, you can't do that. If you do that, we're going to start punishing you over here on YouTube. Holly, hopefully today is better. And thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. I appreciate you. Hello, Panda Pondu. Yes, I got here by 9:30, so I didn't want to push it out till 10. We got to go over these things. Bacon has his very first job interview today, so I'm super excited about that. I want to make sure I get home in time to make sure that he is present and accounted for, and being the responsible little Bacon that I know that he can be. Hey, Campfire Girl, good to see you. Diana, hello. Happy day 4 of Pride Month. I don't care. I love it. Says this is my Yaba emoji because she's skinny. Thank you. I'll never forget the Sasa scam last July. Exactly, our Foodie Beauty. Hey, Tazdi. Good to see you. Okay, so let's get started with last night's kick stream. And then again, we're going to pivot over just as a rewatch of what happened during the original, not the very first scam that was pulled. Because honestly, in order to... we need to put it together. We got to put a playlist together because, again, that was not the beginning of events where Chantel was not just dry begging. She was flat out asking people for money. If you guys remember, I feel like this is so important to remind the community. Foodie, there was a point where Foodie said that she was no longer going to do YouTube. Like, she was going to take her ball and go the fuck home. She was like, you know what? I'm just done here. My husband makes enough money to support me. You guys don't want to support me. And that happened after she had, I don't know if she created some kind of GoFundMe or if she was just asking for personal donations. That's when she was in Syria and she wanted people to send her money directly to her PayPal so she could travel bees. She wanted to, I don't even know exactly what it all was that she wanted. A rental car, travel expenses, all of that stuff. Well, she ended up raising no money through that fundraiser. Then she came on and she was super upset because nobody was supporting her. And she said that she was no longer going to do YouTube content, that she was just going to, come online and talk to her beezers. But the content was over. And that lasted less than 24 hours. Hey, Champagne Kisses. Thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. EBDB, welcome, new member. Thank you so much, Champagne Kisses, and good to see you. Yulia, hello, Replay Gang today, but hi, everybody. Hey, girl, don't forget to catch us on the Replay Gang, and thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Of course, they both look rough. Are you kidding me? Pink Warrior, hello. Notice that when she talks, when a kick video is playing, I missed something. Also, oh my gosh. Let me get this video pulled up and you guys, because I was listening yesterday and I was in and out because she was just intentionally being super fucking boring. She was making content out of an ant. I was like, What are we doing? Oh, that's right. Digital 33K. It was funds for her Halloween content. Exactly. And when people didn't give her money, she said that she was going to leave the platform and that she was only going to go live every so often and talk to her beezers because her husband was going to financially take care of her. And again, that didn't even last 24 hours. And it wasn't shortly after that that they brought the little girl on camera. They exploited her. And then Chantel got to travel bees. She travel bees. She ate herself sick. She had to come back. She had to go to the emergency room. And now history once again is rewriting itself. Digital 33K, thank you so much for the support. I cannot wait to pull up this still in just a second so we can talk about it. So the man spread. I don't know how her hips are even functional at this point. They were clearly testing the waters with this last stream. Yes, exactly. So they could e-bag. Number 2 with the innocent Sasa, so they could split the money between them 50-50. And that's what happened the last time. Because not only and it wasn't even just for the vacation. And once we play these videos from Barbecue Chillin', they are talking about, okay, this was before they had moved into the family home. And Chantel was trying to convince Salah, let's just go to Malaysia. Let's get a nice place there for the summer so we can have AC and all of the luxuries that Chantel is used to. And Salah was like, hey, look, if it's air conditioning that you need, I got you. So not only did the money go for Chantel to travel, that's also the money they used for the solar powering and to get Chantel in AC in Syria. You guys remember that now? Oh, and they also popped up with a card. That is true. Okay, so the last night, the title of the stream is, of course, Bare Minimum with Chantel present day, Bees Maxing. And again, it was so freaking boring. She was making content out of an ant. When I seen that and I was listening to her, and after she was outside and she was smoking or whatever, hey, Fondue, I seen you in chat. I was like, you can't be fucking serious. Like, what is the plan here? I definitely still believe that something more serious is going on behind the scenes. I just don't know exactly what it is. I think it has something to do because if you notice also recently, yesterday, and I think the day before, Chantel is, and this could be rage baiting the community, absolutely, when she's talking about BG and how BG's keeping her up all night and she just doesn't know what she's going to do. Some people are speculating that she's gearing up to trying to rehome BG. Some people are speculating that maybe Chantel is just rage baiting the community by throwing it out there that she might get another cat. I don't know. I don't know what she's up to, but I believe that definitely something is brewing in the background. I think it has to do with Chantel about to move out of the apartment. Now, whether BG is going to come with her, who knows? If she stays in Canada, most likely she's going to keep the cat with her. But we don't know what the situation is. Like, if we are right, the people who are speculating that she's about to be on the move again, oh, Buttercrumpet is saying vacation, then things are about to get interesting. I don't know, but definitely. Here's the thing with the vacation, though. So if you believe that she's getting ready to go on vacation, here's what I'm having a hard time trying to figure out. What's wrong with my mic here? The lack of content. So we all know, hey, Chubby Bear, good to see you. So sorry I was late this morning. Guilty Pleasure, hello. Ren is too high. Hey, Smokey. The lack of content. Hey, Lindsay, vacation with kid money, classy. It would be right on cue for them, though, right? Hey, Christina. The lack of content. So if I'm to believe that Chantel's about to go on vacation, and I understand that she's been getting some donations, you guys are right. Okay. Hey, Gotti. She has been getting some donations, but still, wouldn't she be trying to go live on Kick more so she can earn more money for her travel, for the hotel bees, for all the food that she's going to need, for, the airplane fare, all of these things that she has to pay for? The thing that I'm super confused about is, again, the lack of content that she's putting out on Kick. Chantel gets paid by the hour. She gets paid weekly over there, and she's barely been going live on Kick. She's not doing a ton of content on YouTube. It's not like she's going to have a huge paycheck when YouTube pays out. That's just not the case. Hey, Campfire Girl, welcome to the Poorest. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap. Please go ahead and see if you have access to your emojis in chat. I would appreciate you so much. Gary, hello. Bees maxing. Really, Chantel, you're over 40. Please stop using the Zoomer lingo. It's only cute when parents do it to annoy their kids. The beesing lingo, I'm so over it. I'm with you 100%. Gary, good to see you, and thank you so much for the support. Fumo says, I hope homeless bees. Homeless bees would be hilarious considering everything that she just said about Shani and Rev. Absolutely. Speak it into existence, Chantel. So, whatever the case may be, just know that something has definitely shifted. She has cut back the amount of time that she is going live on Kick. And to me, personally, that says a lot. That's all we have for that. We don't have anything to back it up. We don't have any other evidence right now, but I think it speaks volumes. I still think she believes the YouTube views will carry her. Well, listen, Chantel has access to how much money she's bringing in per live stream on YouTube, per recorded content. So I don't know about that. Hey, Mish, good to see you. I had to take a break from her the past 2 days so far. She's been insufferable. The content that she is putting out when she's willing to go live is horrible. It's really hard to get through. Even with the buffer, with the reaction channel, even with having the shit clipped down, it's still a lot. So anyways, let's go over last night's Kick stream. We're only going to watch the end of it when she gets herself super worked up, when she's trying to go in hardcore on somebody who is e-begging on TikTok. I don't know what her algorithm is like over there because this is not the first time. If you guys remember, I think a lot of the e-begging that Chantel has done, and the reason that she's done a lot of her GoFundMes and she felt comfortable doing that was because she was watching, she was talking about these TikTok e-beggars like a year or 2 years ago. She was talking about certain people would come online and they would ask for money. And she's like, I can't believe that they would really do that. Shortly after, she's doing the same thing. And still present day, she's still over on TikTok, still consuming these people, whoever they are, the content that they put out on TikTok. Like, if you come across some content like that on your TikTok, that's how the algorithm works. If you see somebody you don't like and you immediately swipe away, odds are you're not going to see that again. So the fact that Chantel is constantly seeing these e-beggars on TikTok, to me, also speaks volumes. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay. The first hair shave. It's so freeing. Nutcracker? Who is him? 3 baths. Crowdfund for a car? No. I'm not asking people for that. Crowdfund for a car? Meanwhile, you guys go to work hard just to afford your own cars?
Since when are you above asking your community for a car? Now, there are several different reasons why Chantel, hey Chantel Gucci, good to see you. Chantel might not come on the YouTube and flat out ask money for a car. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe she's about to travel. Maybe she's planning on leaving the country, or for her, that's the end goal. And if she raises this money, if she asks her community for a car, they're going to expect her to buy a car when she might be saving the grift for traveling, for relocating to another country. Please believe the way that she's acting right now. Why would I ask you all to buy me a car? You guys go to, yes, she's high. You guys go to work every day. Could you imagine if I just, yes, we can. That is exactly what you've been known to do. And the only reason I believe you're not doing that is because you want to save your grift for something else.
Some of you don't even have cars? No. Okay, Jackie, have a good night, hey? I'm sunken into the couch and I can't get up. We have so many stores. Yeah, Court. We have cars, girl. Not every single person does. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? I don't even miss it right now. I don't care at all. The couch looks like it's birthing you. I know. You won't get one?
Okay, sorry that took me a minute. I had to airdrop it to my computer because I grabbed a screenshot this morning on Twitter. I can't remember who posted this, so credit to whoever. I think it was quite a few people, honestly, who grabbed this still and dropped it over on the Twitter because I completely missed that. Fondue says Chantel is no better than Detroit Nike. Stomachs hanging down to your knees and thinking your husband is still faithful after 7 months. Delusional. Isn't that right, Fondue? Delusional should be her middle name. And thank you so much for the support, hon. Good to see you. A meaty patty. Exactly. So, well, number one, I don't know how this is just a very nice gun, by the way. You guys remember when I got put in timeout for talking about Chantel's liver. So we got to be very careful when the feds are watching. So that's a very nice gun, by the way. I do have some questions. I'm not really sure how, you guys are looking at the obvious, and I am too, right? But that's not the first thing that caught my attention. The first thing that caught my attention is the positioning of the legs. So, ladies and gentlemen, all together, wherever you are, go ahead and take said position. This is the position that she's in. That is the position that when she is on her mobility scooter, when she is sitting upright, I should say. Now go ahead and give it a go. Those legs they're not only just spread apart. They're not just spread apart. They're turned out. They are turned out. That looks so freaking uncomfortable. So when we see Chantel and she's constantly laying down and she's sealing to eat, and now we've gotten to a point to where she's sealing to do mukbangs, I guess if I had to set like that, I more than likely would seal too. Hey, Boxed Wine, welcome to the Pours. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap, hun. We appreciate you. External hip rotation. That definitely cannot be good on the hips. Fondue's talking about the Tammy Slayton forehead. Definitely has a Tammy Slayton forehead, okay? But this positioning, this is the position that Chantel is in when she's on her mobility scooter, when she's sitting outside, when she's on a bench, okay? Number one. Number two is the obvious. The meaty patty. There is a whole lot going on down there. That is what she is referring to as the fupa. The fupa. Mm-hmm. Hey, Badissi, I hope you're doing well, hun. If everybody can send lots of love to Badissi, we love you so much, hun. And good to see you in chat. And I'll leave it at that. Hello. Just passing through to say yuck. That's all you can say. What else can you say about? No. It's really not. It's really not. Like, there's so much to talk about. The hips is my biggest concern. No wonder your ass is constantly lying down. You've aged yourself into a position to where you have to sit with your hips so fucked up, your body is never going to function right ever again. But it's a girl, good to see you, hon. I hope you're doing okay. Hello, Spiteful Pinky Jean. I've witnessed childbirth where mother's legs weren't spread that far apart. Girl. I'm looking at this yesterday on the Twitter, and I'm like, sitting in my chair, twisting my legs, trying to figure all this out. And I'm just like, wow. That's also the reason why she's always very, very angry. Spiteful Pinky Jean, thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. Hello, Michelle. Gunther has fully taken over. Exactly. It's the Gunther takeover. Hot Girl Summer has turned into the Gunther takeover summer. Michelle, thank you for being a member for 57 months. Hey, Liz. I'm more convinced she's creating content for specific interests. Otherwise, why have this camera angle for that long? She knows what she's doing, including with Sasa in the eating. She's a creep. I don't disagree. Honestly, it's the only thing at this point that would make any sense because there is no way. There is no possible way. Guys, we watch it. We see how long she's live on Kick. We see how long she's live on YouTube. You don't even have to be a creator to understand that there's no way possible that Chantel could make enough money to support her lifestyle in Canada with the amount of content that she is putting out on her platforms. The only thing that makes sense is that she has to be doing private content. And I'm going to assume, even though I've been such a naysayer for so long, at some point you have to just accept the reality of the situation. Okay. I've been in denial. Maybe I'm delusional myself. I've always said, no, she's too lazy. I just don't see her doing it. She thinks she's better than that. But the numbers don't fucking lie. There's no way that she can continue to support herself. I know, Tweet T. It's still like a part of me still wants me to reel myself in, like, you don't believe that. Come back to the good side. But nothing else makes sense. Nothing. You want to do a poll? We can do a poll. Liz, I agree. She's a fucking creep. And thank you for the support. A creep is a great way to describe who Chantel is. Fatma says you're just jealous, hater. Maybe. I mean, maybe that position has some upsides to it. You could be right about that, Fatma. And thank you for the support. Good to see you. Hello, Plutes. Imagine the smelt girl. The rotten everything. Like, the first thing that comes to mind is like, we're just going to say it, guys. You already know what to expect when you come here. So brace yourself. The first thing that you want to think when you see something like that is rotten puss. But I think it's a lot worse than just rotten puss. We are talking about boils that have been simmering downstairs. We are talking about boils that have popped and they've drained and they haven't been cleaned, and C. diff and cellulitis and swamp ass. Like, this is way worse than just a case of rotten puss. So I don't know what you would call that, but it's bad. Plutes, thank you for the support. Hello, Belladonna. I always wanted an example of the fupa. I believe, and I could be wrong about that, this is the best close-up picture that we've received of Chantel in that position. So again, shout out to the people who were able to grab that for those of us who tapped out, because horrible content Chantel is putting out. So we appreciate you guys. Ashley says, I'd be mad too if I had a fat cat. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with the fat cat. That's a, you know what? Yes, paper clips in the chat. Thank you so much. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Liz. Can we get, yes.
God,
that's what we think when we see that.
God.
Liz, thank you for being a member for 28 months, girl. Good to see you. Very good. Hello. There's no amount of squares in that park that will fix that. If she manages to delay her trip to the ocean into her 50s, she'll legit need a walker. Yes. No. There will be no walker. Are you mean a walker to go into the sea? Maybe. But Chantel, we are going to go right from mobility scooter bees right into bedbound bees for sure. I'm going to pass on a fat cat unless it's an actual cat, then fatty up. I'm dead, Lindsay. Very good. Thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you this morning. Wicked Crafter, hello. That is a saucy spread for real, for real. That's a great way to put it. Saucy. You really are a sicko, and I love it. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat. Drama B, hello. I think paid stuff keeps her from going off the end, not just financially, but it feeds her delusion of being desired. That could explain a lot. Maybe she got comfortable and desperate. Okay, let me say this. Maybe this is how that played out. Maybe she got desperate enough to take up Anime Sucks or whoever is contacting her, asking for private content. And she's like, well, normally I would never do this, but I really need the money. And all it took was that one paid situation to make her be like, oh, that wasn't that bad. I really didn't have to do a whole lot. I do what I normally do in my cameras, maybe got a little more vocal with it. Who knows exactly how she's delivering that content, but that was all that she needed to feed her ego and to feed the delusion of being desired. You're right about that, Drama B. That would be one of the only things that makes sense. And thank you for the support, hon. Good to see you. Arts over Teacup, hello. The cat is in 2 different time zones and zip codes. Ugh. The cat is like the equivalent of expired milk. Oh my God. Arse over teacup, thank you for the support. This is a lot this morning. Hello, Desi's mama. What puss? I don't think that thing has seen daylight since dishwasher. Knock the cobwebs off of her, Chantel, for the love of God. Why don't you give old dishwasher a call? Maybe that will do yourself some good. Desi, thank you for the support, hon. Hey, Charlie girl. Good morning, Yabin support group. It's not even 10 a.m. and I'm starting at Chantel's doggy door, staring at Chantel's doggy door, only in this community. Girl, when I seen this still on Twitter, I was like, what the fuck are you thinking? How do you end up? How are you a live streamer? You're going out to smoke yourself a joint. And how does the phone end up on your fucking pussy? Like, seriously, I know it's vulgar. I get it, but it's just a fact of the matter. That is exactly what happened. How does the camera go from here to here? And not only did the camera go from here to here, we got a huge man spread. Is that even considered a man spread? I don't even think that's a man spread. A man spread is just sitting with your legs apart, right? That's not even that. What's the definition of what she's doing in that position? It's a lot. Charlie, good to see you, honey. Thank you so much for the support. Hello, Seattle Sapphire. She is locked into getting to a 6XL. Good job, cutie. Girl, I think we're damn near there. Damn near there. The death fat spread. I like that. Seattle, good to see you, and thank you for the support. Hello, Sushi. That's why she accuses us of getting off. They pay. Well, again, as much as I don't, as long as I've been in denial, again, the only thing that makes sense is that now, present day, that Chantel is running with the behind the scenes paid content. It is what it is. Unless we see a homeless bees in the very, very, very near future, she's getting paid behind the scenes 100%. In that comment that she made the other day, when she was like, oh, you wouldn't believe how many people want a piece of this. And we're like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, we know that Chantel just be saying shit, but the way that she said it made it seem like she's already making some money from all of that. Hey, Catherine. It explains why people are vomiting around her on the plane and on the train. Yeah, you want to talk about that poor lady who got sick? I wonder why. I would imagine if you got hit in the face with that smell, you're going to puke too. Catherine, good to see you, girl. And thank you for the support. Hey, Kids a Warrior. Leave it to Foodie to make lesbians want to crawl back to the closet during Pride Month of all times. Bitch. Ain't that the truth? Kids a Warrior, thank you so much for the support, hon. And good morning to you. Hello, Surah. I know this pic smells like high tide and rot, girl. It's like a fucking cat hissing. Every time you see a position like that with Chantel, it's like, just fucking get it away, Chantel. Seriously, get yourself together. Surah, thank you for the super chat. That was the entertainment that Chantel was willing to bring on her Kick platform last night. That we can make a whole stream out of the death fat spread, the girl spread, whatever you want to call it. Yulia says it's the birthing spread. Maybe she's about to deliver Little Pete's Jr. Maybe Pete's Jr. and Pete's the third. Maybe that's why the spread is the way that it is. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Liz says, I'm going to hell, but hog spread. Hog spread is a banger, Liz. Thank you for the support, hun. Good to see you. Big Bertha Boyle says she's been doing it on purpose. I went down the rabbit hole when ALR brought Emily into the community. She's been dabbling since Kuwait and full time now. Love y'all. Also, been my heel a long time. A lot of you guys have been dead set on convincing me that Chantel is getting paid for behind the scene feeder content. And I've always been against that. I think Cancer Warrior, you were also a naysayer. Are you sold on this as well, present day? You gotta admit, dude, with the lack of content on her channel, with her still being in this apartment, with her still going, I know she's just going to the Dollarama. She's still eating out, Burger King, A&W. The money has to be coming from somewhere. It's not like she got anything from her grandma passing away. All of those theories, I feel like, have been put to rest. We are not even going to entertain the fact that her romance scammer is sending her a couple of dollars from Syria. No way. Tweet T says it's because you have the wrong idea that it takes work. Okay, Tweet T, that's a good point. Memphis says she is doing a feeder. A mukbang is easy money for her and the X-rated off camera. Maybe. Big Bertha, thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Have you seen your comment? Little Aussie, thank you so much for gifting one of the YouTube Underground membership. I didn't see who got it, but welcome, welcome. New member. There's hair on my microphone. Thank you, Little Aussie. Appreciate you, girl. Eula says, during yesterday's stream, there was talk about how creeped out she was, how some rando walked by without moving his hands. Yes, I remember that. There is footage of her in some Kuwait establishment walking in a similar way. Not shocked. Not shocked whatsoever. Eula, thank you so much for the support, honey. Good to see you. All right, let's see. There she is. Hippie P says, it's Cutie, the new stink butt. Is Wendy losing her title? I think so. I think it's fair to say that Cutie is the new stink butt, and we will just let Wendy go off into retirement wherever she is. Hippie P, thank you so much for the support, hun. Drama B says, I also think Salah found her the new paid audience. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, I could see that, Drama B, because again, for me, it all comes back to lazy. Okay. That it's not like I ever thought that Chantel, I don't know, like, yes, laziness was the main reason I thought Chantel wasn't doing that content. It's right. So maybe, but here's also the fact that there are already feeders in her chat. So maybe Salah went out and got her some people, but it's very possible. I mean, she talks about how she's exchanged, hey, Ghost Ruta Baby, how she's exchanged messages personally with Anime Sucks. And he could have brought her an audience. It could be him. It could be other people. It could be Nina, like that weirdo creep freak Nina, who's always publicly sending her money, could be getting behind the scenes. We don't know that Nina is necessarily a woman. We don't know a whole lot about Nina yet, do we? Mm-hmm. Yet. Remember that keyword here. Drama Beat, thank you for the support, hun. Closer says this type of fetish content is surprisingly low effort. She literally just have to eat, and she's always doing that anyways. Exactly. Since Wobbles is cracked, can we light the Nodder Burrito prayer candle? She hits a bump and it cracks into two while she's out in a boot. Yes, we can. Light them if you got them. Okay? That we get some Foodie Scooty footage today. Since it's already cracked, that motherfucker's just going to fall apart while she's on it. R says, my coffee doesn't go down now. LOL with that pic, girl. R Silver Teacup, thank you for the support, hun. Big Bertha says all she has to do is be herself. She is what they like. Not clean, a pro eater, passes gas, burps, and shows parts that we wouldn't. And it makes so much sense. Okay? It really does. If she's not making any money doing recorded content, doing recorded mukbangs on YouTube, and people are willing to give her, I don't know what the going rate is for feeder content. So I'm just throwing these numbers out there, right? If people are willing to send her $50 for a session, motherfucker, she could do 20 sessions in a day. I don't think that she's rolling in the money, but I think that obviously she has to be able, she's been able to obviously take care of her, whatever she's got going on. She's still in the apartment. She's still buying food. The lights are on. She has internet. So I don't know that there's a big audience that she has right now, but I think there's enough obviously coming in that she's able to continue on and take a break from Kick. Because you know what? I said it like a week ago. I feel like that Foodie is getting really tired of social media. And I think that has to do with Salah and what he's allowing her to say and what he's allowing her to do and kind of demanding that she behave. When she has to somewhat behave on the internet, she doesn't enjoy it as she normally would. So if she can just say, okay, well, I can't do what I want, you can tell that she's sick of being on social media, then why not focus on what's going to actually pay her bills? Again, it's the only thing that makes sense. Bertha, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Sweep. 1976 Olympic Committee called 10 for 10 split on the beam. Oh my God. Sweep, thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. fucking wild. Close your damn leg, Chantel. Why don't you work on doing that? I don't know. I'm sure there's stretches or something. Or was that just an advertisement for your private content? Radioactive Gaming says there's a really easy way to check. Buy a business cameo from her and ask her to suck on a corn dog. Topless. Mystery solved. I didn't never consider that. Okay. All right. Radioactive. Yeah, all right. I get what you're putting down. All right. All right. Thank you for the support. All right. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing later. All right. I'm just saying. We're going to have to wait a day or two now because she's going to be like, it's definitely the support group. She's going to get like 20 requests, business cameos, asking her to suck on a corn dog. She's going to know it's us. So now we're going to have to wait it out.
Bro, there's this guy on TikTok. I won't say his name, but this is no hate, but okay.
I don't know. Why didn't you guys think about that? Shit, you know how my brain works. I can't keep up with anything. I never even considered it. How much is a business cameo? What are we talking here? What is she asking? What's the going rate, Chantel? Couple of hundo? What are you willing to charge to suck on an old corn dog, girl?
He was started as homeless, okay? He came on TikTok asking every single day for money, every single day for $89 or something for a hotel room, okay? Then
$250 for a business cameo? So let me get this straight. Let's just say that there are people who come across her cameos and are like business cameos and they send her the $250. And then she could easily cut out the middleman and just tell them, hey, next time, you want a piece of this baby, you just come directly to me. You just text me and, I'll even give you a little discount, $250 fucking dollars. Hey, Zen. Did y'all see the news article someone made about Chantel and how she's a Muslim woman eating not halal sausages? No need to be jealous of Rosie anymore. Rosie is appearing in a documentary, but our girl made it to the papers again. Didn't you just make it? Hey, K Buns, good to see you. Oh, ask K Buns how much she paid for the pic of Bertha. Is that how she got pictures of the boil? I feel like there's a lot going on. Did you make it to the papers? Did you make the headlines yet again? That's not Chantel's first rodeo. It wasn't that long ago that somebody wrote an article and it wasn't all factual, but still, nevertheless, she still appeared in some kind of news article. This will be like the third fucking one. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to take a look at that myself. Gorlick Bread did a video on it. I'll check it out. Zen, thank you for the information and thank you for the support. Appreciate you. One bourbon, one scotch. Hello. My work is doing layoffs. I just found out I'm keeping my job. Can I get a good for you? Holy shit. Congratulations.
Good for you.
Mark safe. That's what I like to say. Sorry to the other people that lost your jobs, and I'm glad you're covered, girl. And thank you for the support. Good to see you. I feel like I missed somebody in chat. Did I? Ghost Rutababy says, don't you dare, Yabba. I couldn't handle seeing that. Hey, listen. It's not like I'm going to be able to bring it to the platform and share it with you guys publicly. So wherever we end up sharing said comment or content, we'll just, give a warning. And if it's not something you can handle, if you're too weak, Ghost Rutababy, I would imagine you've been a part of the group, a part of the community for a while. At this point, you should be more ready than ever to consume that content. You all should. Don't sit here and say, gross, and I couldn't watch it. Go to your rooms. Think about what you just said. Everybody in this community should be more than prepared to consume the private feeder content that Chantel is providing her own little audience over there. I don't want to hear no weak shit. You're going to have to work on that one, girl. And thank you for the super chat. Hey, Shelly Ray girl. Hello. Donations towards the corn dog video. Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to go through with this shit. All right, Shelly Ray, we'll see what we can do. Thank you so much for the support, honey. Good to see you. Chantel Gucci says, Detroit Nike isn't homeless. He lives with his sis. Okay. And thank you for that. And somebody else had mentioned the name Detroit Nike, so I wasn't too sure, but I was kind of putting it together in the chat. The person that she's talking about eBaying and asking for money for hotel rooms or getting an apartment, their name is Detroit Nike. I know zero of the backstory with this person that she's about to be talking about. All I know is that Chantel is extremely jealous that this person is asking for money and they're receiving it. She is offended. She's jealous. She's talking down on them. And she's got the audacity when she's done the exact same thing. Chantel Gucci, thank you so much for that, girl. Appreciate you. Let me see here. Belladonna, thank you so much for gifting 5 the YouTube Underground memberships. Welcome, welcome, new members. Please feel free to try to use your custom emojis in chat. I'm not sure if it's working, but hopefully it will for you guys. A word from our sponsor. Pickle, go ahead.
Your dedication
Yes.
is laying the foundation for your future success.
Exactly. How do you expect to be successful in this community if you're sitting here and you're telling me that you won't be able to consume private feeder content from Chantel? You know, maybe you're not fully awake. I understand that it's early. Everybody's just getting their day started. That's fine. We'll let you wait this one out and try again. Belladonna, thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Pickle, yes. Go ahead, Pickle. You have the floor. Pickle's great. Hey, 10KD. What'd she say? Someone brought up fundraising to get Salah out of Syria and she flipped out and rage quit after this. Yeah. So we're going to watch the rage quit. I mean, she was gearing up for a rage, 10KD. So she quit before the rage happened. Let's watch.
You have to tell us. Like, I'll tell you in a sec, maybe. He said, then after like a year, he got a pretty nice apartment. Whoa. Sorry, this stand sucks. People got together and
that's what happens when you get all your freaking stands from the Dollarama, Chantel. They're all gonna suck.
Got him with donations and stuff. He had an apartment, okay? Then he didn't pay the rent there, so he got evicted and he lost that apartment, okay? Hold on a second, okay? Then he's back on the street asking for the same amount for a hotel. Every day he was in a hotel for like 6 months. People every single day were giving him money for the hotel room. Then he gets another apartment. People still helping him with that. So he's in this nice apartment for a while again, playing on an.
Okay. Again, I don't know the backstory of the person that she's talking about. I'm going to assume this person might struggle with maybe, again, I don't know. I'm just saying, normally in situations like this, people might be struggling with some kind of addiction, whether it be drugs or alcohol, or maybe some kind of mental illness. Why are you speaking on this? Why do you feel the need to bring this up right now and act like, what are you doing? Making content? Are you reacting to what's happening over on the TikTok? Does it bother you in any certain way? I'm just confused.
Xbox. Just yesterday on my FYP, he was in his apartment, his new apartment again, second one, asking for money for a bottle of booze. He did ask for a bottle of booze before. He was asking for money to buy a t-shirt to match his blue runner shoes. Then today, he's on live asking for money for a hotel room because he got evicted.
So you really follow this person, huh? And you know what? There are plenty of people who make videos talking about the things that go on TikTok, like the e-beggars and the scammers and things like that. So if you want a piece of that, Chantel, now would be your opportunity to play the videos, create some content. Otherwise, we're kind of lost. And really coming from somebody like you, it's pretty fucking rich considering you've done all of that. You've done it all.
Like, at some point, people have to help themselves. Okay.
Oh my.
Detroit Nike.
Oh my God. At some point, sometimes you got to help yourself. You said the same thing to Shani and Rev, and now you're saying it to somebody else as you're sitting in an apartment that you grifted for. You were only there because your community gave you the money when you were in Syria, saying if anything happens to me, it was them. You were telling your community that you were in danger. And as soon as you got the money and you came back to Canada, you and Salah got back together. That's a fucking scam. That's a scam. That's not e-begging. That's not asking for that. That is a fucking scam. So do you see why your situation would be labeled as worse than the person that you're talking about? Because you scammed your audience.
Detroit Nike.
Thanks, Cancer Warrior. I try, girl.
I'm just like, bruh.
So what is it that you want his audience that's giving money to him to come over and give the money to you, Chantel?
At this point, like, if people still They're paying his job is just, and he doesn't do content. He just asks for money. I don't know. It's really strange. Like, you had 2 opportunities, you had 2 apartments and all this, and you lost them. No, we don't need to crowdfund Salah out of Syria. He doesn't need money for that. Yeah. Yeah, I had donations, Belinda.
How many apartments did Chantel grift for, ladies and gentlemen? 2, 3? I can't remember the whole situation with the villa because it was so long ago. So I would have to go back and watch content. She might not have grifted for anything for the villa. She was doing pretty okay for herself then. So I can't say for sure. But I can say the first apartment that she got when she came back to Canada, she absolutely grifted for. And the second apartment, I can say for a fact that not only did she grift for, she scammed for, because she told her audience that she was in danger and that if anything happens to me, it was them. And as soon as she got back home, she got back together with her husband. Why? Because there's no faster way to get people to open up their wallets and feel sorry for somebody when they think that they might be in an abusive, dangerous situation. It wasn't enough for her to say, I'm coming back to Canada, help me out. She had to add another layer to that so people would give her even more money. So again, you're not just a grifter, you're a scammer. We don't want to advertise. Sorry, I'm just going to remove the content. I'm not going to block you. I don't want to advertise fucking little poop boy over there and what he's doing, because I don't fucking care. I know what he's doing. I know what he's about. I know that they're about to slap that kid back online so they can use her for money. So we are going to do absolutely no advertising of that motherfucker streaming. Sassy Cat says people have to help themselves. Coming from the woman who can't even clean her own apartment. Exactly. Auntie and Smee have to clean it. How many times have we seen her family since the villa days? And the fucked up thing about that is when they clean her apartment, she will take and film it and take credit for it. She doesn't even have enough dignity to go online and be like, you know what? I'm struggling. My family comes over. They help me clean. I just want to take this time to show my appreciation and publicly say thank you. No, she takes the credit. Look what I did. Pat me on the gun. I'm such a good person. I cleaned up after myself, knowing good and well it's her fucking family. She's disgusting. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hun. Fatma says she grifted the hotel room at the villa. Oh, when their electric went out for a couple of hours. Exactly, Fatma. And thank you for the support. And she never went to the hotel. So she collected that money and they didn't even leave. At least I'm pretty sure they didn't. Anna Peters says she tries to separate herself from her own behavior by pointing it out on others. It's obvious, but she thinks we can't see it. Exactly. Maybe you should take this time to go back like we're about to do and watch your history. Anna, thank you for the support, hon.
But that was like one time. I don't expect people to fund my whole lifestyle. I still paid my bills myself. So nice try at the dig, but it's not going to work. It's not the same situation. But you certainly don't have the fucking brain power to discern the difference. So it's not your business, Beb. Okay, are you here, Scribe? Can you block Belinda and fucking Beb? They're annoying. I can't stand people like that.
This motherfucker went live for less than 2 hours, late at night last night. She can't even block people herself because she can't keep up with her second device. Unless she has her other phone, which I'm sure it's buried down in her bed somewhere where she spends the majority of her day, she has to depend on other people to block people. You would think before you hit that live button, Chantel, that you would have your second device so you can take care of this shit yourself.
Like you're the only people
I do love, though, when people are going in there and they're trolling the hell out of Chantel and the mods are asleep or they're not there. They're busy with doing whatever they got to do. And she just has to leave the hate comments in there. That's a good time.
Annoying the fuck out of me. Wow, what? Squid 2, you want to go? Like, don't need her. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, AT. We don't need you here. Hey, bunny. Tired of annoying people. Like, trying to bring the mood down?
Jesus Christ. You went in for the kill on that one, Nixie. I can't even talk about the puke and the frozen shit. Severe It has to be some type of severe mental illness that not only did these things happen. Go ahead and read the chat yourself. Okay. I'm trying to just breathe here. There's been a lot that we've had to take in this morning. But just for those things to happen, like you shit and puked all over Salah's family home, scooping it out, not even when it happened, bro. You did it the next day. I mean, I don't even know if you did it the next day. God only knows how long you let that shit sit and simmer. Okay. But for these things to happen, and then you claim that you shit that whole story. That whole story about her shitting in the bag. Shall we talk about it again? I mean, you want to bring it up, Nixie, right? There's a reason why you came in here and you said what you said. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? We got some time. We got a little bit of time. You have to understand a plumber was there fixing the toilet. I can only imagine why, right? Big girl probably sat on it and cracked it, be my guess. So a plumber was there. If you've ever had any kind of work done, doesn't matter. Like it could be a pipe, anything. Like the handyman, they got their tools in their truck. They're going to be coming in and out. And they are trying to get the job done. They're not going to the truck and taking 30 minutes. She clogged it. I don't know. That thing Chantel shit's liquid. What is my fucking life? Anyways, these people who come and they do your repairs, they are trying to get the job done. Okay. Then they need to move on to the next job. So my point is by saying that is that the story that Chantel told about shitting in the bag and putting it in the freezer was that while the man went out to his truck to get his tools, that she had enough time in her situation. Like this is not just some skinny girl who could take a little dainty shit in the corner or something like that. No. She shit in a bag and then was able to put it in the freezer before. I mean, could it happen? Maybe. I just don't know. That story is, I don't know which story is more disgusting. The story in Syria where she shit all over the house and puked into the sink and she scooped it out, or where she shit in a bag and she stuck the bag of shit into the freezer and later on, well, she claims that she took it out and it was frozen. We believe that's why the landlord was so angry and probably why Smee wasn't talking to her for a while, because we believe that Smee might have co-signed for that very first apartment and the landlord probably called her. Regardless, it's all disgusting. All right, Nixie, thank you for that, girl. Thank you for circling back around to one of the best moments in the Chantel verse for sure. Shelly Ray, girl, thank you so much for gifting 10 of the YouTube Underground memberships. I didn't see who got them, but welcome, all new members. A word from our sponsor, Pickle, go ahead.
In a world full of cucumbers,
yes,
dare to be a pickle.
Dare to be a pickle. That's right. Definitely. Don't be a pickle by shitting in a bag and sticking it in your freezer, you freaks. What's wrong with you all? Ain't got the good sense God gave you. Shelly Ray, thank you, girl. I appreciate you.
Hello. Go away. No, corn fondue, really? Oh, okay, Squid, sorry. Moo terrorists.
Yeah, that's such a great point, though. So she's told us all of these disgusting stories. I mean, that's just things that have happened recently. We could go back to when she was having periods and she, for whatever reason, bled out all over somebody, one of her friends' white couch. That was a big one. Okay. There's also the story that she told the internet when she was having a threesome and she got diarrhea. And so she went into the bathroom and they didn't have toilet paper. And so like, what did she use? Like her underwear or something? And she didn't get everywhere, like puke and shit or whatever. The point is, right, is so many disgusting things have happened to yourself, but the way that you talked about that poor woman who you claim might have been in one of the worst situations, might have been ODing, having a medical emergency, and you basically talk down on her when you have done worse. You've done worse. It's one thing to come on the internet and tell your own story and be disgusted by the things that you do, but to do that about somebody else and then right after you say the story of what happened, say they might have been ODing. Are you listening to yourself, Chantel? Seek fucking help. Just pointing out facts. She's a strong, independent gunt who helps herself. You losers could only wish. That's right, Nixie. Fair enough. Thank you so much for the support, hon. Good to see you again. Stoner Girl, welcome to the memberships. I didn't see what tier you joined, but welcome. Appreciate you so much.
Sorry, Squid, if you weren't the...
So I don't know, because we've been talking about a lot of different throw up stories, Annie. So I'm going to, or Anne, I'm sorry. I think you're talking about the woman that she was disgusted by. So she was on the train the other day when she was going to one of the festivals, and some woman got very sick and was puking on the train. And she claims that she was very vocally disgusted by the lady, said that she screamed, ew, and hurried up and ran off of the train on her mobility scooter. And then she proceeded to tell somebody, or tell the chat, that she believes that she might have been ODing and having the, what did you guys call it? The fent fold is the way that she described it. Disgusting. Anna Peters says, yeah, she bashed that puke lady. The fucking nerve of her. Exactly, Anna Peters. Exactly my point. And thank you for the super chat.
Oh, sorry. Don't block Squid. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. It's my theme song. Yeah, at this point...
Oh, yes. If you join the postcard or the trading card or the true love tier, make sure you email me and always add in the subject what tier you joined. Thank you so much.
Should be, eh? Yep. Annoying. Like, mind your business. Not your business. The caramel thing? Oh, caramel bar. I have deja vu really bad. That's weird. I find Cadbury chocolate is some of the best. Don't you guys? That's really good. I don't know. The eggs, yeah, I know. They get so much hate, but they really are good. Sorry, Squid. Sun, go down. Caramello, yum. You only eat Wonka. I only eat Wonka bars. Susan. Is there actually a Wonka bar? Rock the Road single best chocolate bar? I've never had that one. Caramel thing. Yeah, the lamp is nice, eh? I gotta get up out of my seat.
Do y'all notice that the ceiling is gotten lower? Like, she keeps sinking down lower. I feel like when we first started like ceiling in this apartment specifically, like she was more upright, and as time goes on, she sinks lower and lower and lower, and that's probably a lot to do with her posture. It's also a lot to do, like, she thinks that she bought this boneless couch and she's marked safe. Oh, I missed what happened, Spiteful. Is people fighting in chat? Oh my God, is there sad drama today? Girl, okay, you guys keep it together. Kate, hey girl. Newish subscriber, well, welcome to the shit show. Embrace yourself, girl. It gets kind of crazy over here. I can't control it. The chat is really, they just go off. And I'm just kind of here to kind of lead them to the good side. Thank you so much for the support, hon. And good to see you. She's definitely acting weird. But the whole thing is with this boneless sofa that she bought or whatever, she got it because she knew she's broke like 4 couches while she was off in the Middle East. Like, Salah was constantly either replacing the couches or putting 2x4s underneath the couch because she'd break the legs or break whatever. So when she came back and she got her own couch, she was like, mark safe. I'm getting the boneless sofa so it won't break. That motherfucker, it's gonna sink in. So I think that there's probably a sinkhole where she's sitting. So it's not just her posture, but also just the amount of time and the amount of weight on that couch. I guarantee you, just like a mattress. Mattresses, after so long, they get those sinkholes or whatever in them. I think that's what her couch is doing now. Hey, Dell. Bitch, you e-bagged for Cheesecake Factory money and then went and gorged and had a diarrhea emergency in their bathroom. She fucking did, dude. I mean, if we actually took the time, we keep saying these like main events where Chantel was asking for money, but Really, her entire time in Kuwait, she was e-begging for money to go out to eat because Salah had cut her off. Salah would budget Chantel. When you hear Chantel talking about, oh, he's so good with money and he's good with budgeting. Yeah, he's good with budgeting your money because he would not allow Chantel to have unlimited DoorDash and food deliveries. That's why we made a whole big thing about when we seen Chantel's freezer and it was just piled full of pita bread because we knew that she was only allowed to order food and eat takeout food every so often. So in between became the pita bread. That's what she was eating. So when she got sick and tired of that and Salah not giving her access to her own money, she started to ask her community for money to eat. The entire time she was in Kuwait, she was basically begging. So again, the nerve of you. Dell, thank you for the support, hun. I still didn't catch the drama in chat. Somebody will have to fill me in. Liz says, so number one, I don't think the stories she told us are true. I think she's addicted to any attention. I could see that. Absolutely. Number two, I think she has a disgusting kink she gets paid for. Probably true because she's a creep, like somebody said earlier. Liz, thank you for the support. And I do not disagree. Hello, Shelly Ray again. Her complexion is as nice as hot plates. I'm happy to have good skin and they are 15 plus years younger. Listen, I told this to Sam, I think yesterday. I was like, she brought up hot plate for, I can't remember for what reason. I was like, she literally is the Indiana cockroach. I cannot believe that motherfucker is still chugging along over there. You should have been one with the C, Big Katie, a long time ago, girl. Shelly Ray, thank you for the support, hon, and good to see you again. Belladonna says, chat, remember why we're here. Don't choose Gunt. Yeah, exactly what Belladonna said. Remember the purpose. Okay, we all serve a purpose in this community. Bella, thank you for the support. Zen says, what's the theory of why she ended the live before the rage boiled over? Is she trying to be good for Salah? Did her neighbors complain? Is she realizing that is what makes us happy? I think all of these things are true. All of these things are true. I think she's on her best behavior for Salah. I think she's trying to take the ball away from us. She knows that everybody in the community enjoys a good rage. And I've said, regardless, like Chantel, you can keep all that to yourself. You enjoy venting to your community. So as much as we love a good rage, you love raging to the community more than we love a good rage, because it was a point where all Chantel was doing was raging on the internet and going back and forth with Big Cigarette. And we're like, oh my God, not this shit again. So yeah, do we like a rage? Absolutely. But she's punishing herself by keeping all that shit bottled down. And at the end of the day, she's going to blow. So go ahead, take the ball away, try to be cool, try to act unbothered. We know deep down that no matter what, you're fucking miserable. You don't have to come online and rage, girl. We're going to create content and make a good time out of this regardless, because we know you're fucking miserable. Zen, thank you for the support. And agree, all of those things are probably true. We are heathens, inshallah. We grabbed her exactly. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Hello, Billy. Fight, fight, fight. Hey, Paul. Paul says hello, really, Billy. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, let her be cocky for now. That's only going to go on for so long. Imagine she had to end the stream because she was so triggered. Anna Peters says, I always miss the fights in our chat. They're fast. It must happen pretty quick because I didn't see it either. Anna Peters, thank you for the support. Appreciate you, girl. Zebracorn says, good morning. I'm still around, guys. Mostly just listening because I haven't been well, but count me as present. Love you, Yabba and SP. You mean SG? Like the support group? Zebracorn, I hope you feel better, hon. And thank you for being here. And thank you for being a member for 9 months. Appreciate you. I can't wait until the next cheating scandal. Me too, Fondue. I'm still convinced. I'm still 100% convinced. Nina and Salah are, not only do I think that they're talking, okay? I've been peeping it. Not only do I think that they're talking, I think they're pretty fucking serious. I do. And I could be wrong, but I just got that feeling, girl.
People say
somebody's going to slip up. Something's going to get exposed.
Hi, Dumpster Snacks.
Hell no, that motherfucker ain't in here. I doubt that bitch is out of bed.
People do say some crazy stuff. Just annoying. Like, some people are just so annoying. It's so annoying and negative. Hasn't done well that. Bonnie, that wasn't what they were blocked for. They didn't say anything about health. Like, I'm never mad at people who care about me. Like, you can care about someone, but they're still going to live their life how they live it, you know? There's not really much you can do about it. Like, I'm just being real. Do not quote Olivia Rodrigo.
Shelly Ray says maybe he has given himself love marks when he's on the phone with Nina. Those are definitely love marks. Hickey, maybe, definitely a love mark. You can get a love mark several different ways. That's definitely what's on his neck.
I don't even know who the hell that is. Hey, should I go?
You know we love the drama, Ruby. Chantel's been she's been dry lately, okay? So excuse us.
Mom woman. Why does that remind me of Time Spoken? Remember Time Spoken?
Oh my God. Okay. Cosmo, and it's funny that you say that. Salah's quote unquote niece knew Nina's name perfectly. So once we get through with this video, we're going to pivot back to when they were raising money originally for Sasa, his niece or cousin, or allegedly his daughter. And the first name that he has her say is Nina's. And even then she could say it good. Thank you for the super chat, hon, and good to see you. Nixie says she's fusing to it, becoming one with the sofa, giant boneless lady. They will have to stick some caster wheels on it and push them both out to sea. She's gonna go to the sea with a slice of the couch. I love it. Nixie, thank you for the support, hon.
Yeah. It's not similar.
Not just the fact that she can say it. I agree. Nina is very easy to say, obviously. So that's not a good point to make. But it's just who Salah is. Trust me. Nina is very important in this whole equation, in my opinion. Just pay attention. You'll see it. Hey, Mods T. If she thinks he is not cheating again, it's pure delusion at this point. Like the first time she was barely gone. Woof, woof. Yeah, Chantel, you had just got back to Canada. You were being seen at the Canadian emergency room, if I recall correctly, when all of this shit played out. So you think after 7-8 months, however long you've been gone, that he's not cheating on you? But he's not just cheating. The dude's in a whole ass either marriage or relationship. Hey, Scrange. Mod C, thank you for being a member, hun.
It's not similar. What I do is not similar to what I was talking about with this Nike guy. Okay? Like,
she has given several stories about the family members, and I feel like it changes quite often. 10KD says, didn't she say Sasa and Noor were sisters, or did I hear that wrong? Again, the family dynamic, who's related to who, I feel like is constantly changing because they're hiding who everybody is for whatever reason. How is Noor related to Salah? I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see if I see it in the chat. Okay, Noor was middle sister in 36, I think. She did say that. She doesn't know. Do you all know that, and I just seen this on Twitter because I couldn't listen to the entire stream. But do you know that Chantel, how off Chantel was on Sasa's age? She said that she was 5. And I believe that she is 9. Like, how is this your family? And people, do you know what a difference is? It might just seem like 4 years, but when you're talking about little kids, this is not like a 32-year-old and a 36-year-old. When you're talking about a kid that is 5 and 9, there's no way. There's no possible way that anybody could get that wrong. She's 9 years old and she said she was 5. That's fucking insanity. 10KD, thank you so much for the support, hon. Big Bertha says, she said Noor's sister just got married. Ooh, you think to him? Dude, at this point, anything is possible. And you know what? Here's the thing about, I don't think that we're taking into consideration about Salah's family. And I don't want to speculate a whole lot because these people don't have anything to do with this. But considering everything that we know And knowing that they have to know about Chantel, obviously, I think that there is a lot of that they're willing to overlook that Salah does with Chantel because money talks. And especially when things are pretty bad and you're desperate, they are willing to let certain things happen. So I know a lot of people will say, well, there's no way that Salah is married and his family would allow him to still have communication with Chantel or blah, 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 blah. But don't completely count that out. Bertha, thank you for the support. And again, anything's possible. Zen says, I fear that Chantel is entering the sea will be the biggest eventual catastrophe humanity has ever seen. She's going to take the Canadian sea life with her. Could you imagine, bitch? Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Hello, Kyle. You get much more money when the children are younger. Oh, is that why you think she said that? That's fucking disgusting. Yes, turning a blind eye for money. Exactly, Crump. Kyle, I don't disagree, and thank you for the support. And it's fucking sick. Sick, sick, sick.
And I don't want to fucking argue with you people. That's all you want to do is argue. And I don't want to do it. I'd rather just block you. It's easier for me. You know? No, I don't come on here and ask people to pay my bills. I do content. I'm on a monetized platform. So I come on and that's how I make money.
So how is your content any different from that? Again, I don't know this person, okay? If they are on social media and they're on TikTok or whatever, well, I guess they could argue with you that they are doing content. Even if they are asking people for money, if people are showing up and they're watching that and they're consuming that content, then that's content. Look at what you're calling content, cutie.
I don't come on here and just ask and beg for money. Do you see the difference? Or if not, I can't help you. And I'm done talking to you. See ya. Hello, Evelyn's.
And that is true. She does. She will sit there and she will indirectly ask for money. She will hint around for people to send her money. Take the festival, for instance. Oh, if I had this amount of money and how much did I spend yet, chat? I just want to keep up with the amount of money that I spent. I'm on a budget. Oh, thank you so much, Ryder. Thank you so much, Nina. You guys didn't have to do that. Now I can eat at all of these. See, that's what we like to call dry begging, Chantel. There is no difference.
It's not the same job. He doesn't get paid for his stream.
I guess you could argue to say that at least that person has the balls to just flat out ask for money to where you will sit around and you will dry beg for it because you don't want people to call you out on your bullshit.
People send him money. People send me money as gifts, but I'm on a monetized platform doing fucking content. He's not. Do you see it or what?
We don't. You're like the same person.
Like, I really don't know how to fucking... Like, technically, yes, he's on there begging on a platform. We're both on platforms, sure. I don't know. He doesn't get paid for those live streams.
How do you know that? How do you know that he doesn't get paid for those live streams? How do you know that he's not monetized on TikTok? If people are able to send him gifts and stuff like that, he's absolutely monetized on those platforms. How do you know this?
So no, I get paid for these. I pay my bills with that. There's a difference. He begs people to send them money every day to pay his bills. And my problem with that is that he comes on here begging for help, for housing, because he's homeless, but he's had 2 apartments in his begging career, okay? So at some point, my point was, before it was turned around on me for no fucking reason, is that he has to help himself. Nobody can fucking help him at this point.
I can't believe this shit. Like, it was one thing when she was saying this shit about Shani and Rev and, you know, just the lore behind him or whatever, behind them. But still, even then, people are like, the fucking nerve of you. But now you've moved on and you're talking about somebody else doing the same thing that you have done for a long ass time, cutie, is wild. And you want to call everybody else brain dead. And I don't know if you've just checked the fuck out and you don't know what you've done since you've been on YouTube, but maybe, girl, you need to go back and watch some of your own shit.
And he's going to be on to a 3rd apartment. Like, come on.
Are you jealous? Are you jealous? I don't get it.
Fucking nerve of people. Sorry. Thanks, Island Dragonfly.
I can't imagine feeling a certain way. If I see that shit, I'm flipping through it. To feel a certain way that somebody is online e-begging for people to pay their rent. I never want to be in a position to where I need to ask somebody to pay my bills. That's nothing to be jealous of. Fucking nothing. Big Bertha says, same person refusing to go to the doctor. Exactly, Big Bertha. Exactly. And thank you for the support, hon.
You too. Yeah. Because it's annoying, Happy Joys. It's annoying, like, seeing somebody get the help that they needed and then fuck that opportunity up twice and then have the nerve and ask for, like, and then have the nerve to turn around and ask for help to get housing, a roof over his head again.
Boy, you're really putting yourself in a position there, cutie. Do you realize that? Because this is a second apartment since she's been with Sala that she's had to have her audience help pay for. You guys realize that, right? Even though she was only in that apartment for what, less than a month, her community helped fund that entire move. Hey, Alana, she puts the hippo and hypocrisy. I couldn't spit it out. Eat more, cutie. Exactly, Alana. And let me explain to you what she's doing right now, though, that she's going to wish that she fucking wouldn't have done. She's going to be in a position to where she needs to ask for help again. It's obvious. And what happens, Chantel, when for number 3 comes along and you need to move out of this apartment and get you another one, and you've done talked down on all these people and talking about how they've been given help and they just keep losing apartments and they need to help themselves. We're going to roll these clips yet again? Are you going to sit there and say it's not the same? Are you going to justify it? Of course she is. Art says, I'm guessing she's pissed they got a variety of donors while she's stuck milking Nina and Ryder since turd is dirt poor. Exactly. That's exactly it, Art. I mean, listen, she can go over on TikTok. I don't think you can monetize in Canada, but advertise your PayPal if that's what you want to do, Chantel. If you're so jealous of that person, do something different. Do something different. Hey, yikes, it's Janet. Things that Cutie has directly asked for money for. Sasa school, cat food for street cats, coffee money to leave Kuwait, the fart box, steak. Yes, exactly. I mean, the list honestly could go on and on and on and on and on with things that Chantel has specifically. She's asked for money to travel. She's asked for money for rental car. She's asked for money for Halloween bees. Like, dude, we could literally go on and on and on and on and on with the things outside of her monetized channel without the support from her people where she has directly asked for money. I just don't get it. And she doesn't get it. It's not clicking for her. Janet, thank you for the support, hon. Gary says, Chantel, with your time on YouTube, you've always been given chance after chance, and every time you have managed to piss all of those chances away. Exactly. Gary, thank you for the support.
Like, I don't know how people don't see that. You don't have to agree with me, but I think that's fucked.
We get your point. Like, I get it. Like, that's crazy, right? That's what they would do instead of just finding a way to make money and paying their own bills. No, we get it. Okay. But it's the messenger that we're not understanding. We understand where that seems kind of fucked up and who would want to do that. But what we're not understanding is the person delivering the message who has done exactly the same thing. That's what you're not understanding. It's not about that story. It's about the fact that you got the audacity to sit there and act like you haven't done the same.
And festivals, yeah. Yep. TikTok begging is bottom tier. I agree. I don't come on here every fucking day and ask you guys for money. I have to pay my phone bill. No, because I'm on a monetized platform. And I if he wants it, fucking go work. Even if that means.
Did you just tell somebody to go get a job? Oh my God.
Doing another monetized platform. I don't know. It's annoying seeing people like it's just like, how are you going to?
It can't be too annoying. It cannot be too annoying because the way that you describe this person, you've been watching their content. You've been consuming a lot of it. So you have to either be seeking this out, you have to be subscribed, following this person. So you can't be that annoyed to keep going back and watching the shit that's bothering you.
Come on here now. Ask for a roof over your head when you just had one you were evicted from. Like, it's like, what the hell? I don't know.
Can we get a counter on this stream or what? I think she starts to realize how fucking stupid she sounds because she forgets the things that she's done on the internet And as people come in and they start to remind her, and as she starts to tell other people to block those people, she's like, fuck. And the only thing that she can do is cut out at that point.
Scrape. I forgot about that. Buck Hill Road. Even if I just come on here and talk to you guys, a lot of streamers just chatting is a category for a reason. Like, whatever. I don't know. I try to do content when I can, but
if anything happens to me, it was them.
Yeah.
She's a fucking Canadian Dory, guys.
Another big difference is that Belinda was trying to insinuate, like trying to compare. Yeah. I had to go fund me the donation thing to help me come back here for the move. But I used it for its intended purpose, and I am responsible.
So did that person. You even told us that they got the apartment. So you haven't lost your apartment yet. Is that the difference?
About that.
That seems like where we're headed, though, doesn't it?
I didn't not pay my bills and lose it, you know? So, like, he would literally come on.
You know, it's crazy with all the financial issues that Chantel has had that she's told everybody about, that she's online and she's scolding another creator for having bad financial issues. Wild.
And beg for his rent money to be paid. So you, like, people working to pay their rent, you're okay with like somebody just like paying someone else's rent for doing nothing? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Evelyn's. If you were homeless and you got an opportunity, you had a new start ahead of you, a nice apartment, you had a chance at life again, wouldn't you do everything to like keep that? I don't know.
That's a great point, Gary. Has this guy also been evicted from 2 countries? Could you chime in, Gunt? Silly Gunt, tricks are for kids. We know you're here. You're listening. Would you like to respond? No, didn't think so. Gary, thank you for the support.
And I'm not sending hate. That's
silly Gunt. Silly Gunt. It's like you forgot that fast.
My observation, you know? I'll talk about whatever I want, dumpster snacks. Go fuck yourself, man. If I had my other phone, I'd block you. Yeah, Foodie man.
God forbid you show up to your stream prepared for this, Chantel. Don't you have a laptop where you can log in and you can block the people yourselves? Can't be bothered with that though, huh? Tell us more about how you're a creator of content.
Yeah, I wasn't scared that way. Girl's number 1 beggar is Amber. I've never seen her beg for money, so I don't know. Yeah, people sure have a lot to say, opinions about me, so it goes both ways. I'm allowed to have opinions on who I want to fuck. You know, like, people who try to tell you what to talk about on your own channel. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go for the night. I'm tired. But, I don't know. Yeah, I think Salah's going to go live tomorrow morning, so.
This dum-dum is more concerned with advertising the romance scammers content than she is her own. That money is going to him. She's sending that money to him. They might be splitting it, but there is a big possibility that he's getting all of it.
Bye, guys. Yeah, you too, guys. Bye-bye. See you next time.
She let herself get so worked up because she decided to come online and talk about somebody else that does the exact same thing that she does. And she punished herself by ending her stream in under an hour. She had under 200 people. 200 people. If she had her second device where she could start blocking people, her numbers would have dropped even more. And she's still continuing to get people out of her chat. This shit just don't make any sense. None. Dell says, how you going to tell that man he should get a job when you told 2 dudes you were dealing with to quit to theirs to leech off you and you're begging? Exactly. Great point, Dell. Thank you for the support. Holly says, e-beggars say that they are content creators and they are monetized. She knows she's no better than them and it bothers her that the chat knows it. Exactly. I don't know if she thinks because now she's over on Kick that she has a brand new community. It's us. It's still the same community. You got Turd Drop and a few of your loyal supporters that merged from YouTube over to Kick. Sorry, we got a lot. Kick, TikTok, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But this is the same community. There's no new people. People know what you've done. They remember. Not only do they remember, you can easily go pull the clips up. Cutie, but nice try. Silly Gunt, tricks are for kids. Holly B, thank you for the support. Liz says there's a theory she gave the laptop to dishwasher to keep him quiet about their little arrangement. The cat tower. Also, the hog spread needs a voice. Oh my God, I like that. I like the hog spread. That's a fucking banger. And that laptop theory, we'll see. We'll see. You could be onto something there. I'll give you that. And thank you for the support, hun. Wicked Crafter says it's always time to eat somewhere. Don't let us stop you, girl. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Gunt. Go ahead, get your fixin'. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support. We are going to pivot in to the reminder of what happened when she originally brought Salah's family member, Sasa, onto the platform and how they asked for money. Let me get it pulled up here. I'm going to share barbecue chillin'. And that's the thing. That's the amazing thing about the creators and the community when they stream snipe, clip channels, all of that shit is still here, even though it's gone off of Chantel's platform. We're going to start at the beginning. It's 3 pretty short videos. If you are not subbed up to the original creator, make sure you do that. We love barbecue chillin' and we appreciate all of her effort. Give me just a moment here. The title of this one is Foodie Beauty Using Children for Money, the highlights. Go ahead, Foodie, ma'am. You have the floor. This is just to tell you guys what we think is about to happen yet again. And again, it's a series of videos. So we got to watch all 3 of them to kind of put it all together.
This is temporary, okay? This is only going to be until
I believe the time was July is what somebody in chat said, and she is still in Syria. Is this present day? No, this is when Chantel was in Syria. So remember that as you watch it.
2, and then we'll have government power, and then we'll be able to, So at 2, okay, right at 2, we're turning the government electric on, and then that will, no, it's a fan. Hey, Harper, that will actually charge the solar battery a little bit, so that should be okay. Like, we have a busy day tomorrow. I gotta sleep. I don't know. Like, we left the fridge on 40 minutes longer than it should be, and now we have no power early. So what we're gonna do is get Salah's looking into getting either another battery and another solar panel because we're moving by the end of the month. It's no, we're moving like in a few days. You get used to it. I mean, whatever. I can go.
So they were claiming that they were renting an apartment that was furnished, but I'm pretty sure that it's been put out there that Chantel and Salah were living with Salah's family. And that's the big reason why Chantel put the rush on them moving into the family home. The family home was not ready for them to move in. Actually, the family home that they eventually moved to had another family that was living there. And Chantel kept saying to Salah, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around your family. You need to get those people out because we need to live in that house. They weren't renting. They might have been paying. I don't know. But they were living with Salah's family.
Without power for an hour. Like, whatever. We're too privileged, A lot of people don't get 4 hours. It was at 5, 4 hours of electricity a day. We're moving into Salah's house. He has a family house. Well, he has a house anyways. He's going to see about installing a AC, which will be nice. Yes, we're moving away from here. This place was just supposed to be temporary.
Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure having AC in Syria, like installed in homes, I think it's pretty rare. They don't even have they have something called government electric where they get I think 4 hours, or at least when Chantel was there, 4 hours a day. So I'm pretty sure it's rare for you to see family homes in Syria that have air conditioning. But the Queen Canadian who comes over there with her Canadian money insists that she get an air conditioner.
It's just like a furnished rental. No, the house is empty. Do you regret moving to Syria? No, I don't regret it. And he doesn't think it's a good idea. I suggested traveling to Malaysia for a few months. They have some pretty luxury apartments there, but he was affordable too. But he wants to stay here and fix up the house. He's like, I'll get you an AC, everything you want to be comfortable. But I don't know. I mean, it's we have maybe another couple months, but we'll see about the AC. Anyways, his house is not there's one window in this apartment and it's on the top floor. So his house is like level and it's like there's windows everywhere. So when we move, we're gonna like get extra battery and stuff. You know what? I have other flashlights. This is a lighter. I have other flashlights, but I don't know where they are. We know someone who's gonna like kind of act like a tour guide and bring us places. Salon knows a guy, so we're not going anywhere. Like we can go if we want to, but we don't want to. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there because there was a lot of disagreement in the community when Chantel went to Syria on whether or not Salah wanted Chantel in Syria. It was always my theory that Salah, he didn't necessarily want Chantel in Syria, but he wanted Chantel's money in Syria. He knew how valuable it would be to have Chantel there. If she went to Canada, he wouldn't get as much if he could just make her comfortable in Syria. So when she went back to Canada originally, and then she left within the month or whatever, everybody's like, she kind of just forced that on Salah. Well, no, he went through a lot to get Chantel there. And even right here, you were hearing her say that she was trying to convince Salah, hey, let's go to Malaysia and rent an apartment so she could have the luxury that she wants to have, the electric, the food, all of that. She wasn't getting that in Syria. And Salah's like, well, what is it that you need? How can I make you comfortable here in Syria? I don't know if he was unable or is still unable to travel to Malaysia because they still have not made it to Malaysia yet, right? But that's when the solar paneling started to happen, the AC. It wasn't until Chantel really started to make a problem for him and his family that she was kind of booted out of Syria. Fondue, hello. Interesting to me that they originally claimed Salah coming to Canada was not in the plan and he didn't want to, and is now being suggested as an actual idea, almost like this was his plan all along. And we've known that. We've always known that the end game is for Salah to come to Canada. Now, whether deep down Chantel wants, here's the thing, present day, that you also have to think about. Chantel is very comfortable, as miserable as she may seem with her life in Canada. It's actually everything that she's always wanted. If she gets Salah to Canada, she has to worry about Salah leaving, cheating. Is she worried about him in Syria doing that? Yes. But at least I think she still feels like while he's in Syria, he will still pretend to be a part of her life. If she gets him to Canada, like that's pretty much fucking it. That's it. And she knows that. And she knows if he comes there and lives with her, it's going to be uncomfortable. She's going to be limited to the things that she's loving living alone in Canada. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see him coming to Canada. Fondue, thank you for the super chat, hon.
Things to take care of with his house and setting it up and doing some maintenance on it. And then, no, it's not money.
Like they put a family out on the streets. Well, I don't know if they put them out on the street, but they got them out of the house. That family home that she insisted that they go live in because she didn't want to live with his family, another family was living there. They were renting that home out. So not only did they lose the income that they were getting from that family living there, they also put a family out of that home that had been living there for years because she wanted it.
Like I said, we were thinking, like I was thinking, like, do you want to go just for the summer months to another country that has AC? And then he was like, if AC is the issue for you, like when we get to the house, I will set up AC for you. But here, there's no point. We're just renting for a month. We were just renting for a month, kind of like Airbnb Syria, but we were just renting for this month. So he said he's going to make it nice and comfortable, and then we're going to be able to focus more on like going and doing things like, the souk and different stuff like that. Hopefully it will get a bit cooler too, so it'll be more comfortable to walk around all these places because there's some places that are really huge, like the Citadel, like the what was that? What the hell was that? What the? I don't know what that was. I saw something like a little white thing go right across the room. Honestly, no, I'm not really scared. I think things have calmed down a bit there, inshallah. Is this dying on me too? It might be lights out, please. Hold on, let me turn it off for a minute. Guys, it's 1:30 on Dreamery, and I have to get up by 9:30 or 10, and I have to do some laundry or try to get the washer to work. You know what I have to do to get it to work sometimes? So I put it on a fast cycle, 30 minutes, whatever. I have to like fill up water, huge water bottles, like old soda water bottles full of water. And you know the part where you put the laundry detergent? I have to pump water in it manually. But then after I put enough water, the spin cycle works fine. So, yay. Your pupils dilate. Wow.
Okay.
Taking advantage of my money? Okay, what makes you think, Angela, that he's using my money? Like, where, like, without having any proof of our financial situation, how would you just make that assumption? So, like, you know, I haven't used.
I just want to stop her right there. And I'm not even going to say anything. I could sit here and say a lot, but you know what? The best way is let Chantel tell the story herself. Go ahead, Chantel.
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.
All right, go ahead and continue.
A cent of my money here yet, anyways. I don't even know how to get it. I might have to go to another country. So, Angela, I respectfully have to say to you, I wouldn't assume things because you don't know the situation. So,
I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out exactly what's going on. We had this nailed the very first time that Chantel introduced us to Salah. Chuck says it was never Salah's idea to get air conditioning. The hog demanded it and used her money to make it happen. She's so pitiful when she lies like that. I know, as if we're so stupid and as if we're her family and Smee, who's just going to believe everything that she fucking says. Bullshit, Chantel. Chuck agreed, and thank you for the support.
Answer, and I guess long form is no. Just hearing stuff. Well, you should not listen to all the shit you hear because it's all crap. It's all BS. Yeah, it's a stupid. When you think about it, Angela, it's just a prejudice. Like fat white.
Just a prejudice, you know. Kyle says she went from one scammer to another. She's in too deep and mentally ill to ever be honest with herself. Oh, agreed.
Women, I don't know. They can't stick to their story though, Angela. Am I broke or do I have money? Oh, I'm rich. They think I'm rich for Syria, right?
You are. Yes, that's very true. You could be making what you're making now in Canada and being considered pretty well off in Syria, possibly even rich. Holly says every concern is for her. It's everything he does for her. She only loves him being in the service of her. She's the most insufferable, self-centered jerk because she's paid for that service. So, yes, is Chantel and Salah, is it a romance scamming situation where he is taking full advantage of her money? Yes, that's true, but it's not that simple for Chantel. Chantel is fully aware of the situation, so she needs to be compensated too. She's paid for those services. She's paid for Salah. He is her property. That's why we call him the souvenir. She's sick. Holly B, thank you for the support, hon.
It doesn't matter, whatever. Of course, people are going to think that it's a huge prejudice. Using for visa, using for money, whatever. Salah has a lot of people he knows and loves here. He has a ton of family here. And he has a house.
And that's another thing, Ash, is that when Salah did these first live streams that he's done on YouTube in like the last week or so, I remember we were all waiting for him to go live. And he goes live from that hotel or whatever. What was the first thing that we seen that Salah showed before he even got out of his seat? I mean, was it a lot of money? No. But was it a stack of cash? That was done intentionally. He wanted people to see his money. He wants people to think that he is well off. Just like Chantel wants people to think that Salah loves her for her good looks and personality. Salah is the same. That he wants people to think that he's successful and he's well off and he has all this money. They are a lot alike.
You know, he doesn't want to travel anywhere right now. So it's not about money. Unfortunately, you can't really buy a stronger passport. There's no electric bill, Melissa. The government can only provide certain amounts of electricity per day because of the war. Hey, Black Country Bum. So that's why. Under my eyes have fupas. There's power, guys. Oops. This hijab is like weird looking right now.
And I know the audio is very wonky. When Chantel was in Syria, she's constantly got fans going. That is on her end.
Yeah, Tracy, I do. I pay for, well, not me, but you know what I mean.
I mean, ooh.
Why does it matter? Why am I even explaining my finances to people? You know what? Think what you want. If you want to think I'm a sugar mama, who cares? Go for it. You pay for all the food and you feed like the entire family.
So it's important that you all pay attention because it circles back around to what we were saying about his family willing to look past Salah's behavior with Chantel. Chantel was paying for water tanks, for food, helping his family out while in Syria. And she told everybody about it.
And I love doing it. I love that we can, do that. I'm sugar mama.
You didn't love that you could do that because as soon as you got home, you called all of his family members inbred dogs. There was no reason. If you wanted to say that about Salah, okay, fair enough, fine, whatever. But the fact that you drug his family into it speaks volumes of how you always felt about his own family. Very good, says her dainty baby whisper voice. I know, it's pathetic. Very good. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, right. I wish I for them, Yeah, that's why I said that, Tracy, because I saw your comment. And I'm like, oh.
You know what? That's a great point that you brought up in chat. I know I keep pausing it, but these are things that are important to remember. When Salah was entertaining Cabela in those messages, one of the very first things that he said to her, ladies and gentlemen, how much your salary, bitch? He's after these women for their money, for what he can get. If he can get a green card, great. If he can get these women to continue like what Chantel's doing to send him their money, even fucking better.
I hope people don't think that we go and just eat all their food, even though these people have fed us a lot and insisted we don't, Anyways, all of that's not important to share with the internet, but yeah, we definitely buy the food to make these recipes, that's for sure. I just hate when the judge slips. And it's annoying, I have to keep putting it around my chubby face. I gotta get off at 3, okay, guys, because I gotta...
Less than a year ago, ladies and gentlemen, this was Chantel look like less than a year ago.
We have 2 fans running right now, so when I go to bed, I need the CPAP and 1 fan we're gonna share. It's at the foot of the bed. And hopefully that gets us to when the solar starts working. Usually around 7:30, actually, we can use the solar power. And because the battery should be charging right now, so. Okay, guys, I gotta go. But I'll be back tomorrow or whatever. I have vlogs coming up, okay? No cloudy. Have a good night, guys, and thanks for beezing. Bye, bye.
I'm gonna tap it back. Live with the sweetest girl in Syria, and she needs help. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was the stream that she did when she put the little girl in front of the camera and asked for direct donations for the little girl.
It's delayed or slow or something. Say hi. Say hello. Say Sasa. You Sasa. Hi, my connection is bad. This is Sasa. She's very cute, and just put a statement out there. Her family is a
Hi, Nina.
برافو.
Hi, Nina. Tell her to say hi, Jesus.
Hi, Nina.
ساسا قولي هاي بيزرز.
It's very blurry. So her name is Sasa.
Well, I knew it.
Me thinks Salah and Nina have been talking for a long time. And this is not the situation like it was with Cabela. I believe it's a genuine where Nina is in, whether Nina is who she is. I mean, even if it's a man, let's say, whoever Nina is totally into the situation with Salah.
She's the cutest thing I ever saw. Thank you, guys. And don't the live stream I'm doing basically we plan on helping her as well. Yeah, we just want positivity, obviously, guys. So hi. Sasa is not from a very affluent family, and they can't really afford to pay. She needs special schooling. She's has special needs, and she needs special schooling. And it's about $1,000 a year. And we're also going to help, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that the ad revenue for this at least is going for Sasa, which I will prove to you guys. And yeah, so just anything that we make from this live stream goes towards Sasa and her school. She really needs special schooling. So, and it's pretty expensive for them here. So yeah, I watched the whole ad for her. Yes, thank you. If you guys can just watch the ads for her, that would be awesome. Thank you. And of course, any super chats, anything from this live will go towards her. And like I said, we're also planning on helping her. But yeah, basically, I'm trying to YouTube Lover because she does need the help. It's a little pricey. It's like maybe around $1,000 a year US for that. Hey, Justine. Thanks, Fernanda.
Oh, she says it multiple times that she's going to prove the donations and the AdSense and everything. They don't just do this. They eventually make a community tab post dedicated to her PayPal where people can send money and say it's for her schooling.
And I just, like she speaks very few words, barely in Arabic, but she's really, really cute. She's amazing. Look at her. Right, Sasa? Perhaps support this child privately. That's okay, UCP. Like, that's all right. This is my job, and if I can share some of my ad revenue, I don't care, Jesus, whatever. It's something positive, That's yeah, her parents are. Yeah, they're aware. She's very cute. I wanted to share her with you guys because she's super cute. And yeah, exactly.
Does anybody know how much that would cost in Syrian money? $1,000. How much is that?
She is super cute, huh? Can you guys see clearly now? She has Down syndrome, YouTube Lover. She goes to a school for kids with special needs. And she did go before, but she stopped. We found out that she stopped because it's too expensive. So I know, loving life. Yeah, it is because, she knows very few words and, I know her personally. So for me, it's personal to help her.
Hey, Jordy, Replay Gang. Good luck, Bacon. Thank you, Jordy, and good to see you, girl. I hope you're doing well. Janice says, I can't stand her stupid, awkward giggling around Sasa. Hates kids, has no clue how to interact with them, but waves them around for coin. Exactly. Waves them around for coin. She's already been lying about the situation. So $1,000 US is 110, 500. Are you kidding me? Over $110,000 for a little girl to go to school in Syria? We don't believe you, cutie. We do not fucking believe you. Disgusting. You think that they're not gearing up to do this shit again? They are. Because why? Why? Why would they do that after all of the backlash that they got doing this the first time? You want to know why? The answer to that is really simple. What happened after this stream? A few days later, she went on vacation. Salah got a car, solar paneling. He went out with his family on some kind of camping trip or whatever because it worked. They don't give a shit about the backlash. As long as the money comes in, they're willing to ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it, Chantel. Who cares what they say? Because it worked. Exactly. Janet, thank you for the support, hon. Exactly, Drama B. They looked at this child and thought money. Subhuman. Agreed. 1,000,000%. And thank you for the super chat, hon. Sassy Cat says, and keep in mind, this chipper so can't stand children. Sal, the fake gushing over this little girl just to make money makes me sick. Exactly. We have to remember exactly what happened during that time because I'm telling you, they're going to do this shit again. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hon.
And like I said, we do already in a lot of ways, and we will, but we're not rich either, but it's I'm just saying, like, you don't have to give anything, but just the ad revenue alone definitely will help her, at least maybe with clothes or something. But her schooling's kind of expensive. So yeah, Alicia, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think you can do super thanks if you want, but just watching the ads makes a lot of difference, Yeah, I can't access them now, but it's a little complicated, but we can do it. Yeah.
Now, in the stream before this one, the stream that she did before this one, somebody had came in and asked, are you worried that Salah is using you for money? And she was like, what are you talking about? I can't even access my money here. Salah pays for everything. My money is in my account in Canada, and it'll be there when I get back home. Couple of streams later, she's like, oh, by the way, all of a sudden I can access my money. Isn't that something? Gary says 1,000 Syrian dollars equals $12.38 in Canadian dollars. Thank you, Gary, for that. Appreciate you, hon.
I don't think it's any different than other some channels trying to raise money. That's not exploiting a situation. So whatever, she's very close to us. Basically, yeah, you're very close to us. And she's basically family, and just want to help her out. That's all. So I'm going to give her at least all the ad revenue for this, even, just to help out the family with whatever, Yeah, I said I didn't know how to access the money, but I know how now, kind of.
I don't remember what the numbers were on this stream, but again, we never know exactly how much she got because she started to tell people instead of sending it to YouTube, send it to them directly through her PayPal. So we don't know exactly how much money they raised, but what we know is that immediately after this, Chantel went on that vacation.
But it's gonna
got a plane ticket. Where did she go again? Was it Doha? She went somewhere. She got a pretty nice apartment, or not apartment, but a hotel. She got room service. She got to go to all the little fancy restaurants she want to go to. Yep, it was crazy.
be kind of complicated. Like I'll probably have to go to another country, but
actually tomorrow I'll go Qatar. Tomorrow we'll go, I'll look for those videos and we'll play where the money went. A lot of the money went that they raised from this fundraiser. And we'll also go over the timeline, how long it was that she did this fundraiser versus how long her vacation was. Wicked Crafter says, always wearing the hunger on the outside and eating off of vulnerable special bitch. Agreed, Wicked Crafter. And thank you for the super chat. We know Chantel, and you can tell she doesn't believe a word that she says. Exactly.
we have someone who can go for us. Her family knows about it. So like we
Hey, Tally.
made sure that they're okay with it. No, that's okay, right?
Yes.
Yes. And like I said, we do help them a lot and we plan on continuing, but I thought, why not just, don't picture you as a child person. Well, I am when it comes to Sasa because Sasa's so cute. I don't know. I just connected with her. I really love her. She's very, very sweet. Yes, you're very sweet. And like I said, I'll post proof I'll show you exactly what revenue I made. It's all going to Sasa. It's all for Sasa.
I'll post proof. All of it's going to Sasa. All of it. I just want to add that this video is it's cropped. In the original video, obviously, the little girl was in it. You could see her, but we didn't want to do that. The majority of the community took her out if they talked about it, if they showed anything. She was cropped out or she had something over her face. But the original had the little girl in it. Fondu says, I know we aren't supposed to, but Salah just said his business in Syria is selling perfume, just like in Kuwait. Bitch, I thought they were doing the bean business or the olive business or whatever in Syria. So he's still sticking to the perfume business. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, ladies and gentlemen, about his stupid fake business, I don't know what will. Fondu, thank you for that information. Thank you for the support.
Make her happy in life, Yeah, you could send to PayPal if you want to. It's in my, it's not in my description because it was, I think in Kuwait it was frowned upon, but here anything goes with that. So, yeah. Cooking, no, I cooked myself, but
wholesale perfume sales in Syria, just like in Kuwait, and we're supposed to believe that, right?
Got a little bit of help there, but I cooked a Syrian dish, so okay. She loves imitating everything I do. It's so cute. Oh. I know it's like, it was like a bit risky doing this, but I thought, you know what? If it's for her, I don't care. Oh, she loves Salah. She's all over Salah. She loves him. She's very well mannered. I will say most kids are here. They're very well raised. And they behave well, and she's very sweet and deserves an education, but she has Down syndrome, so she needs special care. Yeah, Bally, that's okay. I just hope people will keep her in mind, put me aside and just You can do it? I don't know. Are you cute and funny? Yes. Yes, Sasa? No. No. Do you see how?
Now, I don't know her situation, the little girl, but the way that Chantel has presented this, I don't know if you all picked up on it. She made it seem like she's basically nonverbal and she only knows a few words. And that's why she needs this special education so bad. She says it over and over, actually. I don't know if that's the case. I feel like Chantel is just saying whatever that she thinks sounds good that will get the people, kind of like, if anything happens to me, it was them type situation.
How sweet she is, I can't. You're so cute. Good, okay, the quality's better. Hey, Sasa.
Exactly.
She's too sweet. Yeah, we're gonna keep the rest of her family off, but
Julia.
Thanks, Mary.
Sasa. Sasa.
Aww.
Why is that? That's so interesting because still present day, I don't want any of the kids on any of their channels, but it's so interesting that they only are willing to show her and none of the other kids. Why do you think that is? And of course, I know the answer to that, but I just want to make sure that you all are following along the same as I am.
She's only 9, and she's really, she's smart in her own way. Whoa. I'm gonna get off now, so sorry the quality's not great, but whenever I'm not busy, I'll come back live. Okay, so yes, I love you guys. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes. Aw.
Mari, siéntate.
Motherfucker, I was muted. The comment that we seen that just popped up on the screen was a very disgusting comment that was left in the chat by somebody who was directed at the little girl. I'm not going to read it. If you want to read it, tap it back, whatever. And to this day, people, when he had her on his channel, they were saying disgusting things like that again. You would think that would be enough for them not to want to do this, but for them, it's worth it. Hello, UK. Sounds like she's auctioning a dog. Evil witch. Well, to be fair, UK, she thinks of his family as inbred dogs. So, thank you for the super chat, hon.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. What was from like everyone tried to help?
Thank you, Sasa. Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, so we got 2 more to follow up with. Give me just a moment here. This one is titled Scammer Foodie Beauty Using Child's PayPal Money for Hotels, Fast Food in Doha. Okay, so we might not need to circle back around tomorrow. This might be it. Let me see here. I told you all of these events were very, very close together. Let me see here. And again, if you are not subbed up to Barbecue Chillin', make sure you are. The link is still pinned in the chat.
How long am I going to be in this hotel? I'm not sure.
How fucking disgusting. How fucking disgusting. These were all a series of events that happened probably within the same week. Like her leaving and going on vacation was that close to when they did that fundraiser for Sasa. Zen says, does anyone else have the theory that Sasa copied Chantel because she saw the older people in her family and make fun of Chantel the same way? I mean, it's definitely a possibility, Zen. I'm sure that a lot of people in the family, when they first met Chantel, had never seen anything like that. So definitely a possibility. And thank you for the support, hon.
House. It needs quite a bit of work. Don't know.
So right now, she is in that hotel.
A lot of painting and little renovations and
It has clear internet. You don't hear those the fans in the background. This is where a lot of that money went to.
That's why I find it so, like, I guess just like weird that like people think that we can afford to renovate a whole house, send Sasa to school and pay for all that, and also to stay in a hotel and live life. Like there's no way.
Yeah, we don't think that you took that money and you paid for her to go to school. We do not think that. We think that you took that money and you went on vacation with it, Chantel. Well, we don't think that. We know that for a fact. I think all of us are willing to say that you took that money and you went on vacation with it.
My goal was like 1,000. We made like a little over that, like maybe 1,100 or something like that. Not.
She admits at least they made $1,100. How far can $1,100 take you in Syria? Radioactive Gaming, hello. If she hadn't used the funds, she would have not tried to hide where she was. Exactly, Radioactive Gaming. Exactly. And thank you for the support.
Very much. I don't know if it would like help to post the PayPal amounts, but like maybe I could do that. But I don't want to share like the amount of like the school, the places that we spend the money, because I don't want people to track it down. Like since what happened to me in Cornwall and just anywhere, people tracking down every little thing, I'm very, very, very paranoid about that now.
So when she first came on here and said that she would be transparent and she would show where all the donations went, she's walking it back. She doesn't want to do that because of their safety and to protect them for everything, because she's worried about everything that happened to her family in Cornwall. She doesn't want that to happen to them in Syria. $1,100 equals 12 million. Fucking wild, bro.
Like, you know, I didn't say the fees for her school only were 1K. I said we're trying to raise that much because the fees for her school plus the transportation, plus like there's a lot of little things that, you know, the money will be used for her school. What's wrong with showing her face? She's not on the internet anymore.
And we've a lot of us have been around to watch Chantel for a long time. We've watched her do a lot of disgusting shit on her platform. There has never been something done by Chantel or Sala that's been more disgusting than this situation that we're watching right now. Big Bertha, hello. I just got off the phone with Mr. B. He said to tell everyone, hey, and Chantel is a sick motherfucker for what's happened. He's not happy with how it's affecting me or Sasa in the future. Tell Mr. B we said hello, Big Bertha. And thank you for the super chat, hon. It gets worse and worse. Do you think that they're not willing to do this shit again? They got away with it. They got a lot of backlash. A lot of people tapped in outside of the community and they covered this shit, but they got away with it.
Where we didn't use her full name. Like that's not even her real name. So I said the school fees, the transportation, the outfits and everything were 1K. So around 1K, around that. I know.
Oh, we just watched the video. She said it cost $1,000 for her to go to school. That's what she said.
Oh, and it's anybody complaining in the chat right now, did you donate any money? It was only a few donors. It was only like a handful of donors. Did any of you donate? I don't know why you're worried about other people's money. There are people who trust our intentions and trust us. If you don't donate. That's fine. But just like shut up about it, you know? Like
let her shut up and eat her scam money in peace is what she's saying. MEP says she can't show receipts, but she can show her face. Exactly, MEP. It's fucking sick. Thank you for the super chat, hon. What did she prove to us the other day? She did something to go out of her way to prove that we were wrong about something. Like, oh, my God. See, this is what I mean about us forgetting so fast. The pictures of the water fountain. It was so important to Salah and Chantel that they proved to all of us that Salah built the water fountain with his own two little hands and he'd show the people, and I'm going to send you pictures so you can show them that it's not a Temu water fountain, that I actually did it myself. They could go through all that trouble and dedicate a video to prove that Salah built that water fountain, but they could not prove that the money went to Sasa and her family, even though they said that they would. Before people even donated, they said, yes, we will be transparent. Yes, we will provide receipts. So when people said, okay, well, you collected the money, we need to see the receipts to make sure that the little girl got her money, she pulled the plug and provided fucking nothing. Nothing. Porcula says, you forget, yeah, but the special school is fully subsidized and no fees are charged, including food and uniforms. Look it up. The community as a whole, they did their own research and come to find out what the community says is that the schooling is free. Let that sink in. Porcula, thank you for the support, hon.
But the thing is I have reasons I've posted on my community tab why I'm apprehensive of sharing more. Like I did share the initial receipts. Thank you, Deb, because I feel like in my situation, it's a bit different. You have vulture haters just waiting to pick apart and pocket watch and make content out of it and be like, well, where did this penny go? Where did this penny go? You're scamming, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I honestly I hate that. Like, you know what I mean? And
let me tell you something. Anybody who goes online and they host a fundraiser, especially for a child, let's say, I don't know, let's just say a family in need lost their house or something, and you bring those people to your channel and you're like, hey guys, really don't want to do this, but I have this family that's in need. If you can help them, I would appreciate it. I will make sure that I provide the receipts so you know where the money went to. And people were like, okay, we trust you. No problem. Here. And they start to send money for this family that you said that needs help, right? As a creator of a platform, you would want to provide transparency so people wouldn't think that you kept that money and used it for yourself. Like immediately before people even have the opportunity to say, hey, I sent you $100 and I just want to make sure that you gave it to that family. You would, as soon as the fundraiser is over, I don't know, make a video of you giving the family money, the transaction, something, because you don't want anything to do with that. The last thing that you would want anybody to do, because that can completely ruin your reputation. For one, you don't want to be that person, right? Ruin your reputation, ruin the trust with your community. It could destroy you. There's only so many people that would be willing to do that and not provide transparency. Big Cigarette being one and Foodie being another one. And that is exactly what we're looking at right here. She did not provide the receipts, not because she was worrying about protecting Salah's family, because she couldn't. If she could have, she fucking would have. She would have shut that shit down immediately. Anybody would. Anybody in that situation would have done that. And if somebody's not willing to, that should tell you already right there that it's a fucking scam. Big Bertha says, like you just did that Nike got. Exactly, Big Bertha. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Radioactive Gaming says, here's how this went down. She was desperate for a break. Salah told her she would have to pay for it. She asked to use Sasa and he said yes for a cut. Exactly. So it's just like when Chantel was in Kuwait, and we talk about it all the time, and how Salah was only allowing her to eat so much of her own money. And he said, hey, anything outside of that, you're going to have to ask your community to pay for it. And that's exactly what she did. First, she started asking for money to feed the cats on the street. And when people were sending her money, she was so giddy and she was so excited. She bought one bag of cat food, threw a couple of crumbs on the ground, and immediately went to the drive-thru and immediately used that money that she collected for the homeless cats of Kuwait. That's the same thing that she did to Sasa. It's disgusting. Radioactive Gaming, thank you for the support.
Guaranteed, if I posted the receipt, like how much the fees for the school are, people would probably look up schools, call schools, whatever, you know?
As a donor, I expected receipts as promised. No proof equals no trust. I'll be filing a chargeback and reporting your PayPal as fraudulent. Sorry.
What name did you donate under in PayPal? Yes, it is. It is more risky.
She had several people in her own community that did give money and really thought that Chantel was going to provide receipts. And when she didn't do that, they claimed that they got their money back and they left her community.
Because Sasa is not her real name. She's not anywhere on the YouTube. She's not anywhere on the internet. And people would probably be able to find more with receipts from the actual school than that. So yeah. And you know, don't play dumb. You know people would do that. She's on the internet because her parents said I could and they are desperate for help. Okay? And if I wanted to scam, I wouldn't have come on here and been honest and said we met our goal. I would have probably been like, yeah, give us more money. But I'm not like, I am. I don't need you here. Plain and simple. Ask Bruce about receipts. Okay. And that's another thing. Like people are dumb and I posted receipts for Bruce 100%. And people want to villainize me for helping a cat. Okay. And that's literally all I'm going to say about that. No, nor.
And I know it's really hard watching this and knowing that Chantel never was held accountable for what she did, nor was Salah. But look at their situation. Even though they didn't get in legal trouble for what they did, at least they haven't. I don't know if they still could. You have to look at it like this. Look at Chantel. She's a minimum 100 pounds bigger. She can't even walk across the street to go to the fucking Walmart. She is almost bedbound. It's fucking over. Blood pressure, diabetes, liver problems. Like we could go on and on. So even though she didn't have consequences of her actions for what she did, not just her, but please believe Salah also is struggling in his situation in Syria. Both of these motherfuckers are paying for what they did, and they will continue to.
It's not her mom. Did I actually say that anywhere? No. We know a lot of people here. A lot. So I didn't bounce out of the country with people's money. What are you even talking about? You don't make any sense. Like, what? I bounced out of the country because I was tired of like biting my tongue and like being super careful and like worried about this joke ass friggin' Pause Kuwait company threatening me with prostitution charges. You know, that's what I was bouncing out of. I'm like, bye. I'm not living here. See you. You know, it got bad. And haters are to blame for that 100% because they exacerbate. They reached out and harassed these people, told them all these lies. These people believe them because they're loony. I don't know what the problem is. Nothing.
Again, never any accountability with Chantel.
Nothing came out of their threats. Nothing. It's all BS. Telling them I ran a stop sign, telling them I buried my hamster in the beach. Like, I can't deal. I can't. I'm like, I'm out of here. Bye. Anyway, I don't give a crap about any of that. So moving on. Yeah, me too. She looked super happy. You know, her and her family's taken care of. You know, like we do a lot, you know, for people that we love around us, you know.
And you know what? I do not doubt that they did not give that family some money. I think that her family knew that Sasa was going to make an appearance. I don't know the extent of what they knew, but I'm sure none of this was done in the dark. But when you're in a situation and you're desperate, and Chantel herself admits that she was helping them with the bare fucking necessities, food and water. So to take a small cut of the money that they made was probably worth it for them. There's a word for that.
But we also have a lot to take care of with the house and Salah, you know, with the car, and just, we know a lot of people here and a lot of people need help as well. And, you know, oh, was she at the school in the picture? I probably shouldn't say if that was definitively the school. We visited a few schools that day. I'm afraid people are going to like analyze the paint on the wall. No, I made sure there was nothing around, like nothing with writing, but who knows? And I did that for accountability, you know? So many haters in here, not a single one of them donated money. I got a message on Instagram from that Mary Feethen, whatever her name is.
Radioactive Gaming says it's also worth mentioning how she effortlessly defends her lies while lying to her audience about where she is at this point. That's who she is. Exactly. I believe, Radioactive Gaming or somebody in the chat, you'll have to correct me. I believe that she was claiming to be in like Damascus or something at this point. I can't remember. And I think it was the community who found out what hotel room she was in because she accidentally flipped the camera. She didn't tell people. She didn't tell people that she had got a plane ticket and left Syria. She was keeping that from people. Exactly, Kataria. Exploitation. Radioactive Gaming, thank you for the support. It was found in seconds. Yep. She did it to herself. She flipped the camera.
And she's like, sorry, Chantal, I'm requesting a refund because I don't feel the situation is right. Take care to you and your family. So I just did like this and I blocked her. Like, if you're going to think that bad of me and just be like, she started as a hater. Yo Mama covered her. She was like making fun of my body at first. She was like, there's no way you're 330. I'm 330. And then she went through this whole, like, I don't know, moral dilemma phase and was like, I'm so sorry I treated you bad.
So this lady wanted her money back from this fundraiser that she donated to. And the lady that she's talking about was a part of her community. And I do not believe that Chantel ever refunded her.
I looked through the PayPal. I don't even see a donation from her at all. If y'all want to hate me for trying to help someone, whatever, that's your problem. I would never say I need money for a child and not provide that for her. You know, it wouldn't happen. So from now on, if I need something, I'm just going to say, like, if you want to help. If you don't. But don't, you know, I'm not giving this as content for people and just, no, making drama. It's starting to like really just be a headache, you know? You'll get updates of her throughout the year. And if you're not happy with that, well, I don't have to tell you. Sorry. It's like I said, people who didn't even donate are complaining. So don't believe me. Not my problem. You don't listen to what I say and then believe that
there were no updates. I think they might have posted her picture on their community tab like once or twice, but there was never any actual updates to prove that their money went to what Chantel claimed it was going to be for.
Stupid theories that people make up. Not my problem. I'm not going to cry if you don't like me. Believe me. I don't care. You're literally nothing in my life. Like, a hater who doesn't like me is nothing in my life at all, period. You guys are important to me though, but you know, once the house is ready, I'm going to be in my like wife of a Syrian Muslim man era, like full max. Like how we've still been pretty spoiled being at friends and stuff, how like staying at others' houses. They spoil you. You don't have to really do much. I offer and I do what I can, but They mostly just really take good care of you. So I'm gonna have to do the hard work. Like one girl, like one place we stayed at, she washes the floor seven times a day because people walk bare feet. It gets dirty after every meal. They wash the floor. Like I'm gonna have to like really be a lot more active than I'm used to in my life.
How'd that work out for you, Chantel? How is your life now? Are you a Syrian housewife? Don't think so.
And, you know, I think it'll just be really, really, really good for me. No one cares, Petite Theo. Get a life. My God, you people really need a life. Seriously. Like what? Who cares? I'm in the Middle East. I'm traveling in the Middle East. And you're allowed to have an account that's in Canada. I don't live in the Middle East. I'm not a resident here. Try harder, loser. Like seriously. My God, I can't. This is what I mean. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. Who cares? Report my PayPal. I don't even care if it gets closed down. Do it. Whatever. I'm going to dispute it.
Boy, that's going to be the story of your life, huh, Chantel? Go ahead. Do it. Do your worst.
But I don't care if they say no. Whatever. Make another one. You think I care? Like,
you can't just make another PayPal, just like you couldn't make another monetized YouTube channel when they took your monetization away, Chantel.
Honestly, get a life. Voila. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I don't care. I don't need warnings. I don't need any drama. Okay. So do your crap behind the scenes. Even if it got reported, I'm never going to say online. So you're doing all your worst for nothing because I'm never giving it attention. So goodbye. Yeah. I'm still not a Syrian resident, Agathon. So it doesn't matter. I can stay here, travel, come back, stay here. It doesn't mean I'm a resident. So actually, we're going to make a new rule. If you're not here to enjoy my content with traveling, with whatever, and you're just here to talk about stupid past, yeah, people have been reporting it forever, you know? Who cares, Mary? Who cares? An investigation for what? If they contact me, you know what I'm going to say? I'll send them the receipts from the school. How about that? You sent it, friends. What did you even send? I don't even have a donation from you. Like, good for you. Good luck with that. The money's already been paid to her. So for her schooling, good luck with that. Like, yeah, you can get a dual citizenship and have 2 passports. In Canada, you can't do that. Like, you're doing the worst. You're doing this for like, you're dumb. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about my life really behind the scenes in regards to stuff like that. Like, it's beyond stupid, you know? Anyways, whatever. I've turned off all messages on Instagram. You can't message me there for like new people, and also on everywhere. Don't even bother me. Just leave me alone. Thank you.
So she had to go as far as turning off her messages because people were contacting her because she promised the community receipts of the money that was going to Sasa, and then she pulled the plug on it. That's wild. It is crazy, even though I know she's suffering for what she did now in Canada. It's still crazy to see this. I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody come on the internet, pull this kind of scam, and get away with it.
I make weird noises randomly. I have to use the facilities.
Like, she literally got the money, got a plane ticket, and left Syria so she could get a vacation and get out of the heat and get the comforts that she loves so much. That's fucking insanity. Off of the back of that little girl. Evil, evil, evil. That was the flip. That was the flip of the camera. That's how everybody knew that she was in a hotel room with Sasa's money. There you look at that hotel room. Does that just look like any cheap hotel room? I'm not saying that it's super expensive, but to know that they exploited that little girl in Syria and she got herself a plane ticket, got herself a hotel room, was getting room service with that money.
No.
Elizabeth, she sure did. And she doesn't get held accountable either. But I know that motherfucker is miserable in her situation. So really, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And thank you for the support, hon.
I'm such an idiot. I flipped the camera and showed some of my room. Oh my God. And it's messy.
I know a lot of people, some people really don't understand the outrage about, they think it's like just innocent that Salah has his family member and he's buying her ice cream and just trying to show a day in the life or whatever. This is why. This is why people are so fucking outraged, because we know what's coming. They exploited that little girl, her family, and she took the money and went on vacation with it. Did Sasa get to go off on a vacation? Did she get to go and have room service? Did she get to have this the queen treatment that Chantel did? No. Nope. Sure didn't.
I'm a loser.
Yes, you are.
You guys didn't see that? Ugh, my back. No, I didn't want to friggin' dox my room. No, go back and see. Did you see anything else? No, you see the room too. They're probably already have the photo, super analyzing every little detail of the furniture. That's why, because they're friggin' losers. If I have to change hotel rooms, I will. I don't give a shit. Rahima, scammer?
Exactly. And he immediately bought a car in Syria. Yep.
Psycho loser. Bye. Prove that I'm a scammer. Worst comes to worst, I leave hotel rooms. I don't care. I don't care. I know I'll be doxxed. Whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. Whatever. I don't care.
Yes, Karina, I remember that. The unfiltered video that she did. I think was it the mukbang of the room service? Regardless, she had DoorDash and she was getting room service. And in one of those mukbangs that she did, I don't know if she forgot to do her filters or what, but holy shit, we were shocked. I'll have to find that picture. Karina, thank you for being a member for 16 months, hon.
I'm not living my life worrying about these little things anymore. Whatever, I don't care. Nope, not Royal Qatar Hotel. But it's probably only a matter of time until people find out where I am. But no, I'm in Syria, but not in Damascus.
Isn't that crazy that even at that moment she was lying? You don't want to know why she was lying? Because she took the girl's money, got a plane ticket, a fucking plane ticket. Going back and watching this, it just gets me as mad as I did the first time I watched it. Sweep says karma isn't always right away, but always delivered. Exactly, Sweep. Don't forget it either. Sweep, thank you for the super chat, hon. Yeah, she's so proud of herself.
Why would you care where I am? That's the question. I don't know. I'm just curious. Seriously. No one's going to stop me for shit. I didn't do anything illegal, so get a life. Hold on. Anybody trying to dox or whatever, goodbye. I don't have to tell any of you people where I am. Who else? Where is she? Oh yeah, you. Bye. Okay, is it Dream Palace, Royal Hotel, Wonder, what is it? You said 5 different hotels. Get a life. I know. I'm not saying I am outside of Syria, and why would I lie? Why do you think I would lie about that? Can you give me one good reason? Why? Think logically now. Think. Sorry, what's your name? Nikiana. Give me a good reason that you could think of why I would have to lie about my location. People like you are why. Because you're crazy. That's why. Tony, that's why I would lie about my location.
You know what? And I'm proud of people for that. That's exactly what we want to see. Amazing. Not a fucking dollar deserved to these fucking scammers. Good job. Good fucking job. That's great.
Location. Because of crazy people like you. No, because the goal is not to have them find out, dummy. How do they not understand that? They're literally trying to find where I am. So why am I going to tell you where I am? Are you an idiot? Anyways. Really? Is it that hard to put together? It's 2 and 2, easy. I don't know. For me, I mean, yes, I do have room service, but I don't want it. Okay, give me a minute. I'm turning my camera off and coming over here. Ugh. I ordered something. You'll see when it gets here. Yes. Okay. So basically, I was having a bit of burnout. Like I said, we were staying. Oh, Nina, it's kind of too late. I'm not going to say a lot of personal things. Don't worry, but I'm just going to, because whenever I got back, I was going to release a series of videos from where I am anyways. But you heard what? I was, I'm still recovering from, I didn't feel well. And the heat, constantly throughout the night, I'm not able to sleep well. And then I was sleeping going to bed late from the socializing and then getting up early because like, stat every morning at like early morning, the kids would be like coming in the room and waking us up. So I didn't feel like I was going to tell you guys where I was, but only after I got back. So that's why. And honestly, I'm missing like kind of Western comforts right now. Like while I'm trying to feel better, I want to get a lot of rest and just like be alone mentally. I'm like not doing that well. Especially during the transition phase. I think.
Okay, I got to pause it right there because again, I told you this was a series of events. Before the Sasa fundraiser, Foodie was asking because she wanted a break from Syria. And the way that she delivered that to her community was, guys, we can travel bees and we can do this and we can do all this content. You just need to send money now. And her community said, no, not interested. We're not going to send you content and we're not going to send you money to make content. You're going to have to figure that out. It wasn't until they put the little girl in front of the camera, people sent money, and then Cutie that got to go on her vacation. She wanted a break from Syria and she didn't have the money, or he wouldn't let her use her money to go. She had to figure out how she was going to pay for it on her own. So it wasn't until they did this fundraiser that she got the vacation that she wanted. It's crazy, dude. It was so crystal clear what they were doing and that they scammed and that they exploited that little girl. Radioactive Gaming says, I think Nina knew and told her not to say. Probably. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Alexis, I seen that you emailed me. I'm not going to open it right now, but we might circle back around to it tomorrow once I look at it. Unicorn Fart says it was for her fast food fix for the fast food. And so she could get in a nice bed. I mean, she was sleeping on a moldy mattress. And so she could have central air conditioning. It was all of those things. Thank you for being a member for 15 months. She and Salah are absolutely disgusting.
It will be a lot better once we have, like, Salah finally finishes the house, which he wasn't able to really do fully because of the people still there and stuff. And like I said, since Kuwait, he's been warning that, he's going to need the house because to protect myself. That's why I tried to hide where I was. And then, like I said, I filmed videos for when I got back. So it's like a temporary lie. So when I got back, I would tell you, we're not paying rent right now. So it'd be the same thing. It's like still cheaper than paying rent. We got to pay to live. So it's not like I'm like, just spending frivolously on like luxuries and stuff. Trust me, I'm not. No, I couldn't, Paige, because I can't do much. I'm not leaving the hotel. Like if I go out and do things for content, they would know where I am. Even if I do things for mukbangs, they would know that food's not available in Syria. More Western area, yeah. And it was, the closest area, and it's very nice. The hotels, even the 2-3 stars, are like more like 4 stars, and they're very affordable. I just really, the constant internet, I've been able to do more cameos and more live streams and everything than where I was. So yeah. No, it's not contagious weeks after you're sick. Get out of here. Oh my God. What? How do I take a flight when I'm sick? Like, oh my God. That's what you get from this? Get out of here. I hit it well. Yeah. Until I reverse camera'd. No, he's not staying with me.
She left early because she was sick, and I think she was concerned that Salah was fucking his cousin. But yes, she did leave early.
He can't just travel anywhere, and he has to work on the house. So whenever it's all fixed up, because I can't be in it right now anyways, it's better for me to be away and out of the way. So it's not a lie. It's called not needing to tell you where I am because you're crazy. So yes, I'm going to keep lying too. I'm going to keep avoiding where to,
Girl, we know. We know that you're going to keep lying.
As much as I can. Don't worry about it. You guys know me. You know how hard it would be to adapt. And it's okay. I just needed I think it's just because, I'm just really I wasn't feeling too well. And I just really needed to, decompress. No, I'm not going back to Canada. So it was so hot in that apartment.
I mean, people, that's one of the things that is a given. If you've been listening long enough that you know that Chantel, she doesn't just dislike children. She despises children. She doesn't even consider it a problem of what she just did. Probably because she gave the family a little bit of money. Here's $50. That $50 in Syria is going to take you guys a long way. You're fucking welcome, bitches. Ha! If it wasn't for me and my Canadian YouTube channel and my audience, you wouldn't even have that 50 spot. And then she took the rest of it, gave Salah whatever she gave him, and she took and she went on vacation. Gross.
That it was unbearable to be sick. Like I would wet a towel like with water and just put the fan in front of me, and it would be like it would cool me off. But I was always on the verge of being sick. And then we had to move, and it was just like I could hardly even keep my head up. And I was like, I can't do anything. Like I don't know how I managed. I just like the night before.
This is kind of like the equivalent. You see some content creators, very, very popular content creators, who will go out on the street and they will snatch up somebody, a homeless person, somebody suffering with drug addiction, whatever the case may be, set them down, do an interview, give them $100, and then they make a couple of $1,000s off the video and really think that they did a service for that person. Meanwhile, all they did was exploit that person and walk away with a hell of a profit. It's like that, but worse.
Before, I think when I was feeling a little better, like a moment of okayness, I just packed like the suitcases. That's what my job was. And I cleaned the kitchen.
Total eclipses of fupa. That is so sad. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's disgusting.
But
any parent out there taking away their kid's birthday or Christmas money and just giving them a little bit out of it, I don't even have words for that shit. Drama B says all that's missing is a calendar. Exactly. Wow. Drama B, that was a fucking banger, bitch. What do you think? Do you think that they'll pull the calendar scam too? Every different month we'll have a different picture of Sasa? I wouldn't put it past any of them. Thank you for the support, hun.
Surprised you didn't get a hotel earlier. No, I tried to tough it out. It's just the in transition. Like, I need to have my own space. I don't feel comfortable always staying at someone else's house. I don't like living out of suitcases, like at someone else's house. And there was a lot of people living in one place, and you have to share bathrooms. And, it's just.
Now, remember, going back to the first video that we watched this morning, I know it's kind of been all over the place. She said that they were renting a place that was fully furnished for like a month until he got the family home together. Now, somewhere between now or then and now where we are watching her, she's admitted that that's not what they were doing, that they were actually staying with Salah's family. This is what we mean by rule number 1 and rule number 2. Foodie, everything that comes out of her mouth, more than likely, is a lie. Question everything.
It was a tougher.
Then she'll gaslight and manipulate her audience into believing, oh, there's a good reason why I lied about X, Y, and Z. No, the reason that you lie to people is because you're a liar. If you need to lie to people, it's as simple as not saying anything. I don't need to tell you who's living in my house. I don't need to lie about who's living in my house. I just don't talk about it. Anybody could, you know what I mean? You could apply that to anything. If you don't want people to know certain things, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Tougher country life, and now that we'll have our own place, and it'll be better off. So I was just really exhausted, and I was afraid of I was gonna just be really sick from exhaustion. Yeah, much booze. The one day that was so long, we went.
You know what's so crazy now that all of this is played out and we know how it ended and everything? All this time has went by. All that money that she took and used on this vacation that she exploited Sasa for, she could have used that money to go back home, which eventually she knew was going to happen, but she knew she couldn't do that anytime soon because she didn't have the money to do that. So what happened? She blew that money. She didn't even save it. She blew it. That was a temporary fix to a long-term fucking problem. So she took and blew that money on this trip. And then a couple of months later, she comes online and does it again. I need money. I need to go back to Canada. I need an apartment. I need a couch. I need a TV. I need a cat. And her community, once again, reached into their wallet and said, okay, because you told us that you're in a dangerous situation. It wasn't enough that she could just tell her community that she wanted to go to Canada, that she had to add the extra dramatics of, if anything happens to me, it was them. So again, using Salah's vulnerable family to exploit them and lie on them, claiming that she was in danger, caused people to give her even more money. She's a scammer. She's a fucking scammer.
And saw schools for Sasa, and we also, it was just like we visited about 3 people, different households before that. It was a really exhausting, it was a really long day. Like it just was like, and then after that we visited more people, and I was like, you people are very nice, and but I really wasn't feeling well, especially with Arabs. You have to constantly put on social personality, or else it's kind of rude. Exactly. Yes, SB, you get it. You don't just go visit a short time and say hello. You go, they make coffee, and you can appreciate other cultures and ways of living with while acknowledging your own needs, right? I would get so mad when he would like have to go somewhere that I couldn't go with him, because in their culture, the ladies stay with the ladies. And one day he just got up and he's like, I'm gonna go with this guy that was there, and we're gonna go for a drive because there's ladies coming to visit. And I was like, what? What? You're gonna
Rose says, I refuse to be teardrop, but your videos have got me through 2 hard medical weeks. Chantel will not pay the last few months in order to move to another security deposit. Pig bitch. Rojo, I hope you're doing better, hun. And you know what? That makes you guys help me through a lot of shit. I help get you guys through a lot of shit. And that's what a strong, solid fucking community is all about. And Chantel will never, ever be able to relate to that. She's broken their trust. She scammed them. There is no community when you've done that kind of thing to your own people. I don't even know how you could even come online and show yourself after you've done all these things and continue to do it. And exactly what you said about not paying the rent for the last couple of months so she can move is what she's gearing up to do. I think she's moving sooner than later. I truly, truly believe that's about to happen. And thank you for the support, hon. I really do appreciate you guys.
leave me with no translator, because he usually translates, but otherwise I have to use Google Translate. It's kind of awkward. Just they'll say a sentence and then you'll be like, I don't know. And then you have to try to translate it. And sometimes
you could have taken some time while living in the Middle East. You don't have to go to work. You don't have kids to take care of. You don't clean the house. You don't do anything but sleep. You could have learned the language. That was a choice. You had been there, 2 years, a solid 2 years before you ended up in Syria, where you might not have been great at the language or whatever, but at least something. You put in no effort whatsoever, and that speaks volumes that you didn't fucking care.
the internet doesn't work, Hello, I have food.
Have you ever heard of something like that, though? I see these videos all the time that come up on my TikTok, like people who have left the United States and they've went to live with their family members, maybe in Mexico or whatever. Very, very, that's like, if they don't speak the language, that's the very first thing that they do. They learn to speak the language. Who fucking wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Why would you want to go somewhere and then it's going to be a constant struggle of Google translation or something like that? It just doesn't even make any sense. No effort whatsoever.
Not all of Syria is starving. Do you not feel stupid and ignorant saying things like that? There's starving people in Canada and the US as well. Did you know that? There's kids who go starving to school and have no food. Would you feel bad eating? Yeah, I can't eat. I have to feel guilty for every single starving person in the world. When we do stay with people.
You should feel horrible sitting there eating Sasa's money. Oh my God, sick.
Well, we always buy the food. Sometimes we pay for the water, gas, everything. Nobody's fearing any attacks. None of you have any idea what life is actually like there. That's really funny that you think you do. And it's hardly luxury, but whatever. I guess compared to what we were in, but yeah, I feel pretty good about it. And so I was like, probably be better for you to go rest in a hotel because I'm going to be very busy with the house. And you could see I was getting pretty exhausted, not feeling well, And if I could bring them all with me, I would, but I can't because they can't travel. So, well, now that we're not there anymore, I guess I could tell you where we were. I think people already found that out anyway. But we were in a little town, like a town outside of Damascus called Sanaya. And
hey, Maui, truly thank you, Yaba, in the community for creating a place that makes me laugh when I need it the most, especially during such hard times like now. Thank you, Maui, and I hope everything gets better for you, hun. And I appreciate the support as always. Marcia says, do you know how I avoid using Google Translate? I don't travel to a country where I don't know the language. The people I see using Google Translate are police when they come across someone. I mean, that's fair.
We were in a second floor apartment. It was hot.
I mean, it's one thing to travel. I mean, even then, you see people leaving the country for the first time and they're trying to get familiar with the language just to know some things when they go to that country so they can communicate easier. Like, what do we do before Google Translate, Chantel? What would you have done before Google Translates the question? 10KD says, since we're teardropping, I'm pregnant again. Oh my God, girl. Send ass pats, please. I'm about to have an 18-month gap and a 21-month gap. Girl, listen, it's going to be hard in the beginning, but eventually, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best decision you ever made. Having little kids that close together is a lot. Trust me, I know from experience, but what my experience has been from having kids that were 18 months apart versus my little girl who is, I think there's a 6-year age gap, and then she's the only one that I have, has been a little bit more difficult because it's just her. Like with Chance and Devin, they always had each other. Go outside and play together. They didn't have to wait for a friend to come over. Or if they wanted to go to the park, trying to find somebody who was available to play with them, they had each other. It was hard. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of work, but it paid off in the end. And they were best friends when they were little. They got into a lot of fights, but still they had each other. So you'll get through it, girl. And congratulations. That's amazing. And thank you for the support. Aw.
Because when I said I was coming to Syria, so I was rushed to get an apartment.
Okay, so my advice, knock it all out at once, girl. If you want to have 4, 5, 6 kids, whatever, get it done. Let them all grow up together. And then, when they get older, then you get your time to kind of just chill.
For us. And it was a furnished apartment, so it was temporary until he would get his house, because the plan was always for him to move into his house. People blame me for everyone having to leave Kuwait, but actually, we were planning on it anyway. There was something in the works already, and this just kind of made it happen earlier for me. Okay, bye guys.
Let's see here. I'm sure it's not the first time a hater has reported her PayPal and it's still there. No hate. I canceled my subscription. I disputed my PayPal donations on my bank, and my Bank of America has opened an investigation. So like I said, her own community was very upset with everything that had happened. Okay, we have one more video to watch, and I believe it's a pretty short video. It's less than 4 minutes. And I think this has to do with her community tab post about the donations. So give me just a moment. We're going to watch this one, and then we got to get out of here. The title of this video is Foodie Beauty Slips Up and Admits Sasa is Salah's family member, plus deleted community post. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Again, Barbecue Chillin's video is linked in the chat. Please sub up to the original creator.
Those who donated can reach out to me for private updates throughout the school year, except for those who ask for their money back and have accused us of scamming. You people can get bent.
So if you asked her for your money back, don't bother asking for updates. You're not going to get them, nor are you going to get your money back, bitches.
I will not share anything publicly anymore regarding this matter with grandma-hungry imbeciles who didn't donate a dime. My mistake was saying I would share it, but there's no way in hell now. If you donated, send me a DM or email, see my video descriptions, or send me a message that was sent to with your donation. You must tell me the name you used to donate so I can verify it. Then I will gladly share with you updates as we can. If you share them publicly, however, I will not share them anymore. Like I said, we have one major donor, and they don't even want me to share anything publicly. So, all right, subject over for good. It's not over. This is the last time I'm going to address this. If any of you think we would scam Salah's family, you're insane and that's your problem, not ours. To the person asking for their $40 minus 30% back, good luck with that. It was already given to the family. Salah prepaid. Do you want me to do a video of us taking it back from her? I bet you would love that. You people are hate vultures, and I hope YouTube gets rid of more of you. This whole thing has become so awful and the opposite of what was intended as usual that I will never, ever share anything related to any of this from now on. I am done with it. Salsa will be in school, so thanks to those who helped. I know who you are, and I don't mind sharing updates with you privately. Reach out to me. She hasn't even started yet, and people have their pitchforks out. Girl War is a disease, and I honestly hope YouTube gets rid of more of these channels. Again, Sasa is the last family member. Not just some random person, and if you think we would scam her, you are demented and need help. I am busy with the new house, and I am taking a break, and I will be back when I feel like it. So, Sasa's the last family now? Since when? I thought this was just a random family that you clicked with. Interesting.
This is not the way that anybody would handle this situation. If somebody collected donations for a family, for a little girl, would never have a problem showing the receipts of that situation. That to me was her admitting that they were guilty to scamming her community out of all that money. People who genuinely fundraise for a certain situation would have no problem giving receipts. And she had somebody reach out that said, hey, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. You didn't provide receipts. I would like a refund. And she told that person, middle finger to you, get fucking bent. Nobody would do that.
Sasa is
Would you want somebody labeling you a scammer? Would you want somebody to think that you exploited a little girl and her family in Syria? Of course you would not. Especially if you were a content creator. That's the last thing you want to be known for is a fucking scammer. You would prove it. You would provide the receipts and you wouldn't get mad about it. I would completely understand people asking for receipts. It's what you're supposed to do to make sure that scams aren't happening. That's how you protect your community and other communities. But of course, we're talking about Chantel here.
not from a very affluent family, and they can't really afford to pay. She needs special schooling. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any different than other some channels trying to raise money. That's not exploiting the situation. So whatever, you know, she's very close to us. Basically, you know, yeah, you're very close to us. And you know, she's basically family, and just want to help her out. That's all. Yeah, we're gonna keep the rest of her family off, like, you know, but.
That was just her providing the first clip from the fundraiser video that she did with Sasa in it. It's all so disgusting, man. I know these things, they are very hard to go back and watch. They get us all in our feelings. They make us angry and everything. But again, with the fact that Salah just went and put this little girl on his live stream yet again, this is deeper than just a grift. This is an actual fucking con and a scam. We watched Chantel raise this money, get a plane ticket, get a nice hotel room. And there are other videos when she was in that hotel room that shows all the food that she ate, the room service that she had. It's disgusting. The talk of Salah's car after that happened, the solar paneling, the air conditioning, all came after she exploited Sasa on her channel. So yeah, is it hard to talk about? Does it get us angry? Yes, but we need the reminder of what these two motherfuckers are capable of. Do not forget. Thank you all so much for being here. Hold on just a second. Radioactive Gaming says, yep, even if you were innocent after the headache from the first time, who would bring that girl back on again? I think we all know. We're very well aware where this is heading. What can we do about it the next time? I don't know. I said it the other day on Twitter. You're not going to be able to touch Chantel or touch Salah. I really don't think so. They are so bad off. Like, they don't care. They've got horrible reputations. People know who they are, and they are just willing to ignore all these videos and all these comments and things that people say. You have to shift over and move the blame and the accountability to the people who are a part of it. The Ninas, the riders, the people who are you all turning a blind eye to what's happening? You are allowing this shit to happen and you're financially supporting it. You got to shut it down somehow. Nobody else is willing to step in, and it continues to happen. Again, I've seen a lot of shit play out in the time that I've been on YouTube, a lot of scams and everything. A lot of people have left the platform for being exposed as scammers. This shit happens all the time. But normally what happens when somebody is exposed for such a fucking scam and all the receipts are provided, they disappear. They run away. They tuck their tails. But these two, they don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, so what? And we're going to do it again. And you know what? She always says, what are you going to do about it? Do your worst. Thank you all so much for being here. Had a good time. We'll be back hopefully same time tomorrow. I won't be late. So yeah, Fatty Friday tomorrow. Love you guys so much. See you next time.